Recap.
All right.
So our boys trying to stay low and under the radar because, well, there's some near misers that are out for, I don't know, some kind of nefarious plot. But because we wrecked one of their initial plans by just trying to save Neston's birthday party, well, now they're out for us. So while trying to stay under the radar and being on our way to find a place where we can get a non-disclosure agreement, we make our way to the town that also harbors the College of Zulu Makir. While trying to get set up and stopping in over at the guild hall for the Adventurers Guild, we see a sign for someone that needs a job over at the Anthropology and History department over at the college. We checked in with the guild, tried to purchase some armaments or anything that we could, but unfortunately their stocks were on the low side. So we decided to check out this flyer in the meantime, since a few of our party members also wanted to go to the library at the college anyhow. While going in there and checking out a few books and doing some research, we went to the Anthropology and History department and met Shakor Karel. Interesting, if not slightly suspicious individual that was wanting to do some research into some ruins not too far from the college. Apparently some other predecessing adventurers, well not adventurers, but students or researchers had already been out that way and had been quite murderized by what he suspected was an onyx dragon. In fact, he was quite sure of it. So he decided to hire us after a few negotiations to actually pay us for the job as opposed to us just collecting whatever we found. But he did not want us to venture any further than the dragon's lair, so that to make sure that nothing was touched or messed with after we did our part of the contract. We went to the cave that we found, and lo and behold, it was not an onyx dragon, it was a fang dragon. But we killed it all the same. Had a little bit of a scuffle, Nesta went down momentarily, but right now we're no worse off for wear. We did level up to level 8, and we are now completing a short rest before we decide what exactly it is we want to do, sitting in this now vacant dragon's lair inside these elven ruins that have yet to be explored and who knows how long. And that's where we're at.
Well done. All right. So, as you sit in this echoing cave with the gentle sound of trickling water in the background, and with a distant sound of a roaring waterfall, you, Nick, as you sit and, sort of snack on one of your rations and just nurse your wounds and catch your breath before you continue going any further into this cavern, the rest of you see suddenly as Bon just passes out. He was sitting on this rock on the cave floor as he was just sort of resting and nothing out of the ordinary, when you see that suddenly his eyes glaze over, roll back in his head, and he falls sideways. Bon, immediately these visions come to your mind of, you see yourself standing in this desolate wasteland, but there's something odd about this memory. You're much shorter than you're pretty sure than you usually were. As you look up and you see this adult, this elven-looking woman, as you screams in the background, as you see these large flying structures shooting what looks to be these red beams, and as you see these people who, anytime somebody gets hit by these red beams, you see their heads explode, either that or you see they just collapse to the ground, bleeding from their ears, eyes, and mouth. As she looks and as you see this female individual, she gets down on her knees and tears in her eyes and says, "Look at me, Bon. You have to be brave." And oddly enough, you don't say anything. You lift your hand to your head in this vision, and you look at your hand, and it's stained with blood. You see in the background behind this woman that says, this being, it looks to be this lion-like creature, but the odd thing is it has a human face This creature is about 12 feet tall, quite large, as it looks at her and says, "If you are going to act, now is the time. This timeline is done for. If your son is to survive, is to reach his full potential, if he is to grow, if he is to live, you must let me take him now. His injuries are quite severe, but I believe this process of traveling might erase some of the wounds that he has endured. He can either die, likely, right now, and even if he does survive, he must live in this bleak existence on a dead world, or you can allow me to send him away, and so that he may live." She gets up and kisses her hand and puts it on your forehead, leans down and gives you a hug and says, "Live, my son." Before this being walks over to you and you attempt to scream, not knowing what this creature is. As you start trying to back away across the ground, you feel a pain in your leg as you discover that it is broken, as you try to just push away, and he gently says to you, now, child. Everything will reveal itself in time." Before he lurches forward with both claws as you try to scream, as you see this white vortex of these bolts of light streak past your vision, before you awake in what appears to be a thunderstorm out at sea. The world is very different at this moment, and you notice suddenly that your wounds are healed. Before you notice a golden ship off in the distance, sailing in your direction. And this is when your vision ends, as you find yourself laying backwards on the cave floor.
Oh, I guess I come to realizing that I just passed out and was like, and look at one of them. It's like, how long was I out for?
Neston's already doing your funeral rites. He just sees you come up and he's like, "Oh, Lucas, didn't you want something?" And then he just like walks off from you.
You imagine it hasn't been that long, but you don't know exactly.
Okay.
Probably just a few minutes. But as you sit up, you notice something. You see this spectral vision of this man clad in these erudite robes, wearing what looks to be this academic attire. As this specter that, as far as you can tell, only you can see, reaches out and touches you. And you suddenly, this information floods your brain of the history of the world that you are now a part of. And this is how I'm tying in your subclass choice.
Oh. So this is one of the reasons why you wanted me to pick Peto. Hold on.
It makes sense.
Wait, what'd you just say? Sorry.
Oh, I just said it makes sense.
Oh,
Like-
yeah, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. All right. So, how long does a spectral stay there? Does it just?
Oh, it was just, that was your, what's it called? That was your Whispers of the Dead, is what that was.
Oh, okay.
It's your connection to spirits that gives you these extra proficiencies.
Gotcha. All right, I gotcha. Cool. All right.
All right. So, an hour passes. You all feel at least somewhat rejuvenated. What now?
Well, I don't want to speak for everyone here, but I'd like to really find out what's in the rest of these ruins. Bear in mind, fair chance that our benefactor that hired us to come out here is going to get pissed off if he finds out if we did. So if you guys decide you want to go forward, which I'm voting for, let's try to make it so that we don't leave too much evidence behind, if we can, that we actually went a little bit further than we were supposed to.
Hey, we can always say that we found a dragon, but it wasn't the dragon that he said that was the thing, so we went further to see if there was more dragons.
That's a fair point. Also, I'll just pick up one of the gems, like one of the cheaper ones, and like chuck it further into the road. What do you know? The rewards from his lair go further in.
Further in, you know?
I mean, gotta follow the trail.
Exactly. How far does he know where his loot goes? You know?
Anon speaks up and said, as I try to do my best Marte impression, I too would like if we continued to venture further into the ruins.
Molly says, look with your eyes, not with your hands.
Makes sense. It looks like some good pizza you guys are eating.
Yeah! It's Domino's, man! Brooklyn style.
Alright.
That's how I eat it
You're
too, Brooklyn
sick?
style. And I eat it just like how Kelly's eating it too. I fold the pizza up.
New Yorker style.
Yeah. Thin crust, extra cheese, extra sauce.
So, question, I know we kind of covered this a little bit last time, but as far as ruins go, like, do we see anything? Like, we did a detect magic around,
So-
we took a look, but like, is there anything that's designating like what exactly it is we're looking at here, or possibly going into?
All you really see, there's really only one means of continuing further into the ruins. Directly to your southeast, you see that the cave does continue along, as well as all of these ley lines all seem to be moving in the same direction.
Hey Gavin, how long does it take for me to get my grit points back?
You get them after a short or long rest, so you have them all.
All of them? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Alright. I
So-
say keep on going. So, yeah, keep on going.
All right. So, you collect your things and continue venturing forward into this cave system. As you do so, the mildewy sort of odor that you would expect from a cave system behind a waterfall begins to fade. Now, the entire way as you make your way through this cave system, this sort of trickling river continues along with you, making its, watery sounds as you continue on through. You hear the occasional droplet drop from a stalagmite until eventually you reach what appears to be a large iron door. This iron door is just solid black iron with inscribed into this door depictions of these like golem-like creatures, of these elven individuals, but again, these elves have one distinguishing characteristic from what you would expect of an elf, and they all appear to be adorned with these large antlers. You're not sure if it's from a headdress or if it's natural, but very much, Bon, you would know, thanks to your proficiency in history that you just gained, is depicting very ancient elves, when elves were not very split off from the Archfey that initially spawned that race of creatures. And elves, at one point in time, actually did have antlers. They went away over millennia and millennia of evolution, but at one point they did.
I do further investigation for traps.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. 18. You do not detect any traps. You look through this door, you don't notice anything non-magical that might just come out and bite you when you try to open this thing. So, all in all, you're pretty sure it's safe.
Is there any writing or anything on the door?
Who speaks Sylvan? Does anybody speak Sylvan? Okay.
Neston does too. Well, actually, no, he doesn't, because he hasn't attuned to the heart of the thingamajig.
This writing is in Sylvan. And it says, "Ye who enter here." Let's see. Actually, what does my notes say? I thought I had it memorized. It says,
And I'm going to go ahead and say
who
this.
enters,
I say to everybody,
enter
so
the
everyone will
past.
hear this. Yeah.
"Guard your curiosity, for it may be your last."
Like I said. With your eyes, not your hands.
And this is in Sylvan. Which you would know, Lucas, is that, along with like Primal, is one of the oldest one of the oldest languages in existence. Sylvan predates even Elvish. Elvish came from Sylvan.
So it's old. Whatever's back
Very
here
old.
is very old. So, pretty much no way we're going to be able to hide that we're going to go through this door. So just heads up, we're probably going to make another enemy. Or at least piss off somebody. Granted, we could probably go ahead and get paid before he finds out that we actually went through here. Maybe. Just want to make sure everybody's aware. Is it worth checking out and possibly not getting paid? He was going to offer us 1,000 gold each after I negotiated with him. We already paid a lot of gems, so I mean, like, that's already in the pocket.
Yeah. I think it's kind of worth it. I mean, $1,000 is. I mean, I don't know. $1,000, but you know,
Gold.
curiosity killed the cat. So I mean,
And satisfaction brought him back.
yes, it did. So I think.
I vote all. We're going forward with him. That's my vote.
Yeah, I agree.
Now the question is, can we get these doors open?
That is a question.
Are they locked?
Doesn't appear to be, but they are very old. So, like, let me see. What kind of check would this be?
Well, let me ask you this.
Would this be history or perception? I'm gonna let this be either a history or a perception check.
Okay. Who's good at history?
This is sort of a history tempered by perception, but
I have more in perception than I do in history, so I have a higher plus.
Guys.
hey, Kit, how are you?
Yes, Dad.
Oh.
So, you can, especially Neston can tell, Bon and Neston, you can tell these doors haven't been opened for thousands of years. These doors themselves are likely 5,000 to 6,000 years old, low estimate at least. So they don't appear to be locked, but something that has been stationary for that long might take a bit of strength to actually get open.
So, are there hinges or anything on the outside, like where we can see?
Sort of
Push-up
door
on it.
rings. There doesn't appear to be any latching mechanism for it. The doors just stay shut as a result of their sheer weight.
Sure, but I'm like, does it look rusted or anything like that, or just old with age and whatnot?
Just very aged, and nothing that looks potentially, especially rusted. Of course, with this being behind a waterfall, there's definitely some rust and patina that has settled on this door, but
I will flick out my wand and I'll go take a look down the sides and everything where it looks like time and the water and everything is like worn on it to rust it over or make it worse. And I'll cast Mending repeatedly to try and freshen it up.
Is that really a smart idea? Because isn't this supposed to? Aren't we supposed to like not leave behind evidence?
Dude, we're gonna open up these giant iron doors. Like we're crossing the line that we're not gonna be able to come back from. I'm pretty much saying if we're going forward with this, we're committing to the. They will know we were being Ian.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we can always get the 1,000 gold, and then he can come in here. So you know, it is what it is.
True.
Let's go. I say we keep on going.
Well, we had to get these doors open first, so
So Molly.
Molly.
I can't always blast a door open with my cannon.
Oh god.
No.
Keep in mind, there's probably some stuff on the other side of this, so
You have to be gentle.
we might want to be a little on the quiet side, at least going in, at least if we can. I don't know, giant iron doors doesn't sound like it's going to be super quiet, but we can try.
Just because I can.
That was stealth, not strength.
I'll take your roll that you did, though. We'll just add the appropriate bonuses.
14. Well, if it's just a straight strength roll,
I gotta go amazing.
Athletics.
yeah, go to skills.
So that would be 21.
There you go.
Yeah. So, Molly, you step up to this door, and
Budge.
Just
it doesn't budge at first when you casually push it. When you realize you're going to put your weight into this. So you push, and then slowly, with a... the doors slide open. And at that point, once it gets to be about human width, to where, like, if you kind of walk sideways and shimmy through, you can make through the doors. With a 21, I'm going to say you can't get it open any more than that. But you are able to make enough space for a humanoid creature of average size to pass through. Molly, you can pass through too, but, like, you got to suck in.
So, well, I'll go ahead and make my way on the inside of it. What do we see? With our dark vision that goes out to 300 feet. Thank you, Neston.
Interestingly, this whole area isn't dark. These ley lines that are scattered throughout this large ruins that you just entered, they illuminate the place pretty well. And on top of that, there's magical technology in here that you've never seen before that's still functioning after all this time, as some of this energy from these ley lines splits off and branches out, making small streams throughout the air that connect to large lanterns that illuminate it even further. You notice, and this is the startling part, these large constructs that don't appear to be aggressive, that just appear to just be standing there, looking back and forth. The only part of this creature that is moving is its head, as well as you notice that in the same fashion, some of this ley line energy is branching off to each of these large constructs, fueling its movement as well. And this is a massive cavern that you just entered into. Picture like Mayan ruins as far as style goes, but if you mixed like a dungeon punk setting with it, though, where everything is magically fueled. There's these stone buildings with various inscriptions and pictures drawn into it of different warriors and different magicians and sorcerers, and murals depicting various spells that people have come to accept as commonplace nowadays. You even see one large mural over to the right side, the biggest one, that shows this large inscription carving of an elf. Again, antlers. Every elf that you are seeing in these depictions has antlers. As it's holding his arms up in the air when you see this giant meteor crashing down in front of him. This is a spectacular sight to behold. And for someone who would have an interest in history or archaeology or anthropology or anything like that, you're realizing that ancient civilizations might have been a lot more advanced than people have come to realize.
Cool. So, paint the room for me. Is it just a giant...
A large open cavern with a straight path going through it, with buildings, temples, homes, all built out of stone that have been erected throughout this large cavern.
So this is like a
on
whole,
all
like,
sides.
city in here.
This is like a city, yeah.
Jesus.
This is like a small city in here.
Okay, I'm a little overwhelmed because I don't know where to start with all this.
Yeah.
You do see that all of the ley lines that were leading back in this direction all seem to converge at a central point on the opposite end of this large city. Hello, Marte. How are you?
Hello. I'm
Oh,
okay.
You gotta mute yourself on Zoom.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Is that good?
How about
Do we
that?
need to catch Marte up on anything that might have happened?
I assume after we killed the dragon, we went deeper into the cave and found something cool.
You just walked in. You found a big set of double iron doors with writing on it that was discovered to be Sylvan.
Cool.
As well as depictions of ancient elves.
Mm. Did
Notably,
I cast a fireball?
I know I've said this multiple times, but notably, they all have antlers.
Antler elves?
Which is weird.
It is historically known that ancient elves did indeed have antlers. The ones who directly branched off of Archfey.
So they were more bestial than we are.
Not really, they
Nice.
still look mostly humanoid. They just have antlers.
Cool. Okay.
You do know, while it is extremely rare, there are still wood elves or eladrin that are born that do sometimes have them, but it is exceptionally rare, like 1 out of every 1,000 at most.
So it is basically like a small city on the other side of this, with all these ley lines all over the place, except they converge on a central point.
It looks to
somewhere in
be
the town.
one large building on the other end of the city.
All right, well, I've played enough RPGs to know that's the way to go.
Would one assume that the dragon was the guardian of this place?
I don't know about that. I think this place is older than the dragon was.
I mean, maybe it was just protecting something. No?
Maybe it was attracted to the energy from the ley lines over here. Who knows?
That's a good possibility. Did the dragon have a? Oh, it had gems. Okay, never mind.
Oh, quick question
Alrighty.
to you, well, Anad. Do you have
Yes.
counterspell or dispel magic, or both?
I think I have both, actually. Which one would you care for?
Neither right now. I've got to pick. I didn't pick my an extra spell that I get for since we hit level 8. I was gonna see which one you had so I could get the opposite.
Yeah, we're level 8. I just want something gaudy, whatever it is.
Is
Yeah,
a floating
no, I
carpet
have-
not enough?
What's that?
Of course not. That's merely my means of entering. I need something ridiculous.
I just leveled you up, by the way, Marte.
Thank you, good sir. Am I beastly strong? Let me just go ahead and skip to level 9. I need 5th level spells.
At level, do you remember how many spells you get to pick every time you level up as a wizard? I think it's 2. I want to say, every time you level up. We can deal with that here in a moment.
Okay.
All right.
So you all converge on the other side of the city.
Yes.
Yeah, and I just want to take a look around. I mean, any other buildings or anything that are distinguishable of what they might be as we're going in? There's just like houses. Is it places of business? Is it like a forge?
Probably all of the above. You do find a forge, but obviously has not been used for some time.
Maybe an armory?
Let's see. Give me an investigation check.
I could do that.
Let's go. 220s.
Okay. We'll say... So you investigate around, and at one point, you walk into this building that appears to have these sigils, most commonly used for enchanting. You also notice that there does appear to be a teleportation circle in one of these buildings as well. Upon further investigation, you are able to find... Let's see here. We'll say you look over on this table that would have likely been used, and you find a number of ingredients that would commonly be used for enchanting. You find five ancient red dragon scales on this table. Whoever would have likely set this up would have probably done so to do some sort of fire enchantment on some sort of object. And on top of that, you find a handful of mana crystals. We'll say you find 7 mana crystals on this table with these red dragon scales.
Yes.
I will want to take a second and sketch it out of the teleportation circle. I come in handy for future use. Who knows?
You're going to record the sigil sequence?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So add that to your inventory.
Would you sketch me a copy as well?
I will.
So you have in your inventory, if you add it, sigil sequence, and what the sigil sequence is for is Serpent Head Ruins teleportation circle.
Alrighty.
So you have recorded the sigil sequence, which you need to have to be able to use teleportation circle to connect to different circles to actually teleport there. So.
Alright, and I will pocket the rest of this stuff. We can distribute as needed later, but I'll put it all
Red
in my
dragon
satchel.
scales are valuable. You know they go for a couple hundred apiece, and they're very useful when it comes to enchanting and alchemy.
It actually comes in handy for one of my spells in case I need material components.
Oh, which spell, out of curiosity?
Agonizer's... again?
Aganazar.
Aganazar. My god, I was never going to get there. Aganazar's Scorcher.
Okay, it needs a red dragon scale?
Yep.
Cool. Alright. Which, again, tells you exactly how old this place is, because, at least previously thought, even though you just encountered one, chromatic dragons aren't supposed to exist in Falthansia. There was a crusade by the gemstone dragons and the chromatic dragons that essentially eradicated them from the continent. And ones from other continents just know not to go there.
Alright. Well, shall we set it forth?
I think we shall.
Alright. I guess we'll start
Alright, guys.
making our way towards where the ley lines go to. Yes,
Alright.
I need a pumpkin.
Little pumpkin shaped bread.
Nice.
So I forgot to drop the grid on this. Let me do that for just a second. And then I'm going to share a map.
Ooh.
And yeah, that grid is placed well. Bear with me, about to share the map.
You have to be at the funeral or at Mom's house at 12:30.
Okay.
No, wait.
Okay.
If you will click the image that I just shared in the chat.
There's Tony.
He's not going to be with us tonight.
Hey, so what do you guys think I should get? Dispel magic or counterspell?
I also have Dispel Magic, if that helps at all, Sean.
If it was me, I would say counterspell because dispel magic. One of us has it. We can pass it around. Counterspell, super useful in combat
Oh, I know.
with things that have legendary actions.
Oh, yeah, I'm 100%. The only thing I was also thinking about, because as a sorcerer I can twin cast, so like, let's say two people get, paralyzed or something at the same time. I can walk up and twin cast Dispel Magic and get off both of them at the same time. So I don't know.
You technically can, but it's a rare circumstance.
I know it is.
That guy's probably done it. Or is going to.
All right. So I've put all of your tokens out here. I just dragged them in a random spot and put them down. Immediately when you enter here, you notice that as it sort of entered diagonally, there appears to be a red ley line that disappears into the wall heading southeast.
So is this one the only one that's red?
Ley lines can be any color, but the color of the ley line sort of represents the actual magical nature of that ley line. So typically there's 6 different kinds of ley lines. Well, there's 7 different colors of ley lines. You've got your red for fire, you've got your green for earth, your light blue for wind, and your dark blue for cold. And then you've also got light and dark, which dark is purple, light is yellow. And then there is white, which is just for raw magical energy that hasn't been refined. And any color in between. But this is a red one. As all magical spells are formed from some combination of those 7 elemental energies.
Alright, I mean, does this one look like it's going anywhere in particular?
It's going southeast,
Sure,
kind
but
of
I mean,
disappearing into the floor under
We
that
followed
wall.
where
But...
like all these ley lines were converging into one.
This was
Yes, and they all converged onto this building that you entered. But just from the angle that you entered the
we're already
building,
in
it
the
is
building.
moving.
I didn't realize we'd already
We're
in the
already
building.
in the building. Yes,
Ah.
it is moving diagonally through the hallway, just from the angle that you entered the building and
Quick
from the
look,
angle
I
it was
mean-
moving.
As far as the building that we're going in, just from the outside, is there any writing? Is there anything that distinguishes what it is?
Give me a perception or investigation check.
Okay, okay. That's gonna be an investigation for me, Tom. That's a natural 1.
No, but I helped you. So you should have
are you helping
advantage.
him?
Of course.
If you are, then you don't get to make your own. But if you want to help, that is fine.
That's what I said, because I'm giving him advantage.
Okay.
Then roll again.
17.
All right. So
Yes.
again,
Well, that is-
written in Sylvan, you read on the front door. Here lies the Well of Worlds.
Oh, crap.
So this is the Well of Worlds, guys.
How
Fortunately,
well is it?
They teach Sylvan in witchology, so I'm well versed in this language.
Don't I speak Sylvan as well?
Let's look.
I don't know.
You do not speak Sylvan. You speak a few Elvish dialects, mainly, Elvish and Undercommon, but
Okay.
it's
alright.
that would be like speaking Spanish and Italian, but not understanding Latin.
You speak comprehend
know.
languages.
That's fair.
That's how you know it.
That's fair.
So
In fact, I think that's a pretty good parallel, calling Elvish Spanish, but then calling like Sylvan Latin.
Yes, that's a good way of talking about it.
So I mean, I don't know. Paint a picture for me. Like, what does it look like if when we come in and take a look? Does it look like that anything gets utilized here? Like it's a place for ceremonies? Is it
A hallway to a building.
can't really tell is the thing from here. All you see is this blank hallway, this stream that has branched off from the waterfall and come quite a long ways to get here, moves to the center of this cavern. On each side, you notice there to be these glowing magical lanterns on each of the walls, just sort of like how you saw going through the city, but on a smaller scale. But you imagine you'd be able to see even if it wasn't for that, as the ground itself seems to be illuminated, as you're standing on this crystalline substance that seems to have this effervescent glow that just kind of thrums back and forth.
I say we keep on going.
For those of you who are arcane casters, which would be Flora, Anand, and Lucas, you can just feel the magic coursing through this place.
Magic.
Yes. I feel it.
It's like
Oh, especially you being a Vold, you can feel
Yeah.
it, and it's making you a little hungry.
Can I absorb it out of the air? Oh. Or plunge my arms into the stream. Oh.
Are you gonna try?
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna walk over to the stream and I'm gonna stick my spikes in like, oh.
Are you talking about the ley line or the
Dip your
water?
toe first,
The
man.
water.
Okay.
Oh, well, actually,
For a
can
full
I...
buffet.
No, don't do that.
Okay, okay,
do it, man.
okay. I'll do it in the stream, not in the ley line. I think that'd be a bit beyond me.
And you actually derive sustenance from it. That's the thing. This place is a smorgasbord. This place is a buffet for Vold.
So what you're saying is the Vold would probably suck all of the magic, or is there too much for like Vold?
Oh, I mean, one Vold. I mean, this is more than you can eat. This is trying to eat the entire buffet at the Chinese restaurant all by
But I'm
yourself.
saying,
There's,
what if there are like 5, like what is the?
you had a few thousand Vold, you might make a
Okay.
dent.
Wow.
But this is more than any one person could ever hope to
Can I go
absorb.
Bathe in the ley line and learn a new magic. That would be cool.
So what do you
Hey.
guys do?
I say we go.
At the
right?
end of this hallway, you see there appears to be 2 sets of doors. And the interesting thing about these doors is these, I mean, well, they're solid. They have substance, but it's almost like it's like a hard light material that these doors are made out of. Like the magic comes out of the ground to form these doors themselves. As these doors are solid blue, letting off their own glow of themselves, almost spectral in appearance, though not quite to the point that you can see through them.
Well, I'm curious. It seems like this red ley line's out of place. Like, it's not normal. Does it look like where it comes in and goes out at? Like, there's anything there, any marking, or we just kind of like see this line on the ground?
You just see this line on the ground that passes across the floor, going through the wall, because ley lines are incorporeal. They can pass through solid matter, no problem.
Alright, well. I guess we just
But
keep
this
on
ley line does
trucking.
appear to be branching off in the direction of the southeast from where you currently stand.
All right. Well, let's go check out these doors.
All right, you push forward.
I want to add a new spell.
I just want to.
I
You
don't-
actually get a new spell where you're at. So,
Well, I don't know how to add spells on here.
do you know which spell that you want?
No.
No.
Nope, D&D Beyond has a spell list for me to look through.
Figure that out, and I'll drag it into your spell list.
All
I
right.
guess I am gonna pick up Counterspell.
Yay!
So that will be my new spell for level 8.
There you go.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna trust that everybody's got the spells they need.
I'll put that one
The
in there.
one I
later.
think I'm missing is
Keep on.
fucking Hex.
Hex and Misty Step. We'll just trust
Yeah.
that you have those for now. I was gonna make you a separate list for it, a separate category to put in your actions tab. So
But yeah,
Alright.
yeah. Let's go. I'm curious what the deal is with the red ley line. Is it gonna blow up as soon as we walk across it or something? But who knows?
I
I think
mean,
all of us already walked
if you
across
pass
it.
over the red ley line, it's warm, but that's it.
It's
It
spicy.
probably, when you're standing right on top of it, it's maybe 120 degrees, where outside of it, it's in the 50s, but that's it.
That's like you can just warm up to it like a nice warm fire. Need to set up a hammock that just like hangs over it.
I would say beside it, because on top of it would get heated. Anyways, to these doors.
To the doors.
To the doors. All right. So, did anybody want to do any perception or investigation or anything when you approach these doors?
That's all we've been doing.
I want to
Doors.
adventurer's wand. Want to check it for traps. Does
You do not
any?
detect any traps.
Okay.
I was gonna do a perception check.
Sure, give me a perception check. So, Bon and Flora, when you approach these doors, you're, especially being a shifter and an elf, your sense of hearing is slightly heightened. You hear a sound as you approach these doors, and it's like a clicking, and then like a hiss afterwards, like a.
So basically,
On the
like
other
the
side.
dwarven ruins, if there was air pressure going out in Skyrim.
Kind of. But this is almost a reptilian hiss that you recognize on the other side of this. And you hear more than one.
I don't think we should go in there, guys.
Should we knock? Should we- Penny, 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 penny.
So I'll just ask the easiest question: is there any writing on the doors that say what they go to? Because you said two doors.
Not
Is it like two
these.
doors like this? or like
These
two
aren't
doorways?
solid doors. These are doors that are like apparated out of magic. These are like they're solid as in you can touch them, but it's not like metal or stone
Well,
or
my question
anything.
is it like a set of double doors, or is it like two different doors that go to two different places?
French style by the
It's two sets of double. Here, let me
I'm just trying to know: is it
expand.
like one doorway, or we have a choice of two different paths to go through?
No,
Now
it's
you can
two
see
different
the
paths.
doors. Well,
So
it
there's
doesn't.
no
You don't know
doors
whether
on
it's
each
two
side.
different paths, but on each side of this stream, there's a set of doors.
Okay. I don't know if it's just like one thing of double doors, and that's when you said doors, it was like one thing. Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah. Now, if you
So we
zoom in,
only-
I cleared it to where you can see the doors, and sort of, kind of, I guess, see that these are magically apparated. They're not doors that have been built. They're doors that have been summoned.
I mean, did we see them apparate, or were they already there when we came in?
They were already there,
Okay.
but they almost have a crystalline appearance, like glowing crystal.
And no writing, no runes, no pictures.
No writing.
All right, we open the door. We fight lizard clock things. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I say we go in.
All right, and this is what you see. Give me just a moment.
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
just
getting
gonna
to that.
I'm not gonna be standing right at the doors when they open. I'm not the up front guy.
Yeah, place yourself wherever you would like to on the other side of those doors.
Well, where are the other?
I would like to, but I think my character's locked.
So, am I
How do
going?
I unlock that?
These new spells that I'm picking, yeah.
It shouldn't be locked now.
Ouch.
Oh, what were you saying?
I said these new spells that I'm picking. Are they going to be considered prepared, or are we gonna have to rest before I can use them?
If this level up is one that allows you to have more spells prepared, you
Yeah.
can pick from any of those as your prepared spells. If if
Okay.
you can have more prepared spells.
All right.
Which
Okay,
I think you get one more prepared spells. So for one of the new
Oh.
spells you learned, one of them can be prepared.
Okay.
Gavin, question. When we see these, so I'm assuming we're seeing them right now. Does it look like they're too strong to handle, or does it look like we're gonna get our
These are babies.
Oh, okay.
Babies come
Maybe
from
not
above.
like newborn, but these are dragons that are a couple years old tops.
Okay.
Cool.
The dragons
Cool.
are the same type of dragons that we fought at the beginning.
It appears to be just obviously much smaller.
Yeah.
We were just hunting the dragons. Came through here, we're still just hunting dragons.
Yeah. You got it.
Justification!
Yay.
And now I need some initiative.
Watch this. These whip my ass more than the whip our ass more than the big one. Imagine. Oh.
You roll with advantage.
Ooh.
Blamsus.
The advantage is still got poop.
Oh, we're rolling initiative? Yes. Let me
Yes.
do this.
Oh.
That's a lot of high initiative.
I get to roll with. Do I get advantage? No, right?
We
I
all
don't
have
believe
that.
so.
And then a nod roll to
And then I get a nah. Well, hey, that's a pretty good 2 right there. That's.
I mean, you got a 2, but then you have a +7, so it makes it a
Yes.
9.
Hey, Anand, do you want to be standing all the way back there, or would you like to move yourself closer?
He's gonna know where to run through everybody straight to the dragons.
There you go.
Alright, no half spaces, so I'll go ahead and just do that.
I figured out what I want, by the way, for spells.
Okay, what do you want?
I want Magic Circle. And I want Sickening Radiance.
Oh, that is such a good spell!
Yes, it is.
Wait, Sickening Radiance? You can already
I
get
sure
Sickening-
can.
It's a low
Yeah.
4th level spell.
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Trust me, I know.
That is broken for a 4th level spell.
No, it's not. You just gotta know how to use it.
And oh, he's not there. I was gonna ask him which one he wanted to prepare. So, all right, let's get this started. Of course, the rogue with the high initiative, Bon. It is your turn.
Yes.
So. What is this little building area in the back? Like, is that just like a?
It's just a large statue of what appears to be just elven armor.
I got him. Go ahead and
So-
spells.
What is it gonna take me to get up on this? Actually, no. I'm just far distance enough away. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna lay prone, and I'm gonna start picking these bitches off.
Yeah.
Hey, Marte, which of those 2 spells do you want to have prepared? Magic Circle or Sickening Radiance?
Magic Circle.
Magic Circle? Alright.
Yes, I want it prepared.
It is prepared.
Woot! Yes, I see it changing before my eyes.
Yeah, we're gonna use I'm gonna expend a grit point. We're gonna do Deadeye shot, and I'm gonna do I'll do -5 to add 10 for that whole thing.
How do I move the room again, or the map again?
The little gold cross at the bottom right corner, remove that.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Okay, I can see now. Thank you.
Alright, so yeah, so I'm gonna I'm gonna choose a trick shot, do Deadeye accuracy, and so let's use my lightning, my new one.
You're gonna use your
My-
ionizer.
Yeah, my ionizer. Let's do that, and you know what? We're gonna hit this one. Wow, I have advantage on
remember,
that.
You get to roll 3 times.
Yeah, I get to
So-
roll 3 times, so I'm just gonna do.
Just roll again with advantage, and that's your 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
A nat 1 and a nat 20.
That's crazy.
Wow. Roll damage.
Oh, all right.
This
Ridiculous.
is gonna hurt. But you're actually, dude, that is a thing with you, man. You always roll a 1 with that extra dice. But here's
And then-
another thing you can do. You also
Right.
get double your sneak attack bonus, which as a level 3 rogue, I can tell you what that is. Your sneak attack bonus as a level 3 rogue is you actually just upgraded your sneak attack bonus at 3rd level. So roll me 4d6 because that's crit that's a crit as well. That's doubled too.
4d6. Hold on. I'll put it in the chat. There we go. Quite a lot of ones in that one.
Yeah, but also there's a 5 in there. So all right, that's 29 points of damage, and then an extra 10.
Yep.
So for 39 points of damage with your first shot, not too shabby. You get another one.
All right. How bad does he look?
He looks pretty fucked up. You shot him, it like pierced through his shoulder as he's like bleeding out on the ground. This thing looks at you and just hisses at you.
Are these babies?
They are quite young, likely only in between 2 to 5
What
years
types
old.
of dragons are they?
They are fanged dragons.
The
Meaning,
ones that we just bought. The one that we just bought.
so this is his brood, her brood? Or is
Possibly.
there another adult that's going to come out because we're doing this?
Well, we might have killed Papa, but not Mama.
Or vice versa.
Ooh.
It's alright. People are usually super cool when
Butthole
you kill their
puckering
babies.
intensifies. Yes. Yes.
What'd you say, Sean?
Please.
I was hearing Marte talking about a puckering butthole.
So it's alright. People are usually super cool when you kill their babies. So, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
All
Not-
right. Next
oh,
one's just
oh.
gonna be a regular shot.
All right,
With an 28 to hit.
that hits. Oh, one other thing that you get to do because of your new class. Well, your new subclass. You have your Whales from the Grave may activate if you would like it to. After you deal your sneak attack damage to a creature on your turn, you can target a second creature you can see within 30 feet of the first creature. Roll half the number of sneak attack dice for your level, round up, and the second creature takes psychic damage equal to the roll's total. So for your level, you usually get 2d6. It doesn't say it goes based on if you crit. So just roll a d6. You know, it helps to just hurt any one of these other dragons that you want that's within 30 feet.
The young one.
Number 1.
Yeah.
All right, you did it. And this is a surprise even to you. As you fire this shot off, you hear, and all of you hear this scream, almost like the sound a banshee makes, just reverberate through this room. As you see this other dragon just drop to the ground, thrashing in pain, as you see a little bit of blood trickle out of its ears, the one that was next to it. And you, Bon, see for a moment that at the time that this happens, and only you see this, it seems, this spectral hand appears out of the air and brushes this thing across the face.
Well, damn.
Well,
Bond chose
And-
Phantom for his subclass for Rogue, by the way, in case I haven't made that painfully obvious.
And that's going to be the end of my turn.
All right, not a bad one.
Way to start it off, right?
Yeah. All right, Lucas, as you see, Bond runs in and he takes this shot, and you hear one of these creatures drop to the ground. What do you do?
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna mosey in on over here. I'm probably just inside the door. And, yeah. I used a lot of magic in that last fight, so we're gonna keep it pretty low key on this one. Pretty chill. And I'm just gonna do a fire bolt at number 4.
Firebolt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is
And who are you hitting with this, and what's your range?
it's 120 feet. I'm with 110.
Okay.
I thought we rested after the previous fight, did we not?
You did. You took
Yeah,
a
we
short
took
rest.
a short rest. Not
Oh
long
yeah, yeah. I forgot wizard privilege. That's good stuff right there.
Oh yeah.
All right.
what's fire? So that'll be 2d10 fire damage.
So number 4, just in the span of a few seconds, took 2 bullets to the face and a firebolt.
Wait, I only took 1 bullet. I
Who'd
hit
you
number
shoot
1
with?
with the other bullet. Number 1.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
If I shot the other one with another bullet, it would have probably been dead because I got to roll the 10 on that one.
I love that crit right out of the gate.
Yeah, that's really nice.
All right, as you send this firebolt hurtling towards it, and it collides with this creature, as you see some of this flame spread across its neck down its back, its eyes are at least set in your general direction.
Yeah, and I will bonus action take out some mint leaf and chew on that.
Okay.
All right, Nesta is going to.
I can't attack them. They might need conversion. Or something like that.
They're just babies.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Why are we hurting the poor babies? We can find them a place.
Hold on 1 second.
What's Nesta here?
All right. So what's Neston doing?
Neston is going to hold an action.
Okay. What's he holding and what's his trigger?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. If multiple dudes come within 60 feet of him,
So more than one.
more than one, I'd probably say.
Or tell you what, another thing I let people do when they hold their actions is just treat it like a legendary action. You trade it in your action to have a legendary action. You just tell me when you do it.
Okay. I mean, I can give you the specifics if you need specifics, but otherwise-
Don't have to. I'm a little more lenient on the held actions thing.
He's holding
So
his action for when a few of these dudes, if they come and get close.
just interrupt me and tell me when you want it to go off.
Okay.
All right, is that the end of his turn?
Yeah, he's not doing much. Forward, not far and away.
All right, number 1's turn. So it's just gonna move 70 feet. You see it flap its wings like a good 2 or 3 times to lift off the ground, and it's just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
That's
35.
number 4.
That's number 4?
Yeah. Young 4.
This is
Number
never
1's
mind.
right next to
My
it.
bad. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and let's say it's gonna dash. I don't have to count it. I know it can make it. It's gonna land right here, but it
Oh,
has no
God.
action. It has no actions left because it had to use its action to dash. So that's the end of its turn. Number 2 is gonna do the same, not the exact same thing. Seeing that Lucas already also did one of the attacks, I'll just draw an arrow to see if he can make it that far. See, that's 90 feet. Yeah. It can't quite make it far enough for an attack, but it's just going to fly to be right here. Molly, you may make an attack of opportunity if you would like.
Yeah. Yes.
Guys, my boxy sense is going off. We're in danger.
Action.
I think you guys will be okay. I didn't build this one to be particularly difficult.
No, it's not really. She didn't have the map up yet, so just if at 18 hits, she's just gonna roll in chat because she doesn't have the map up on her thing.
An 18 hits. Yes, an 18 hits.
Roll your damage. Oh, no,
And there is the
no, you can
there's
roll
the
damage on
image.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
All right, as this thing gets close, you reach out with your glaive and cleave a big gash into its side. It shrieks in pain, but it still appears to have its sights set on Lucas. And that's the end of its turn. Flora, you are up.
Yeah. Nothing.
So I was gonna do Dimension Door over to Bon to grab Bon and pull him out.
So you'd have to run over to him. Because you can't use like your dimension door both times, and you have to be able to see where you're going or know where you're going. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. You wouldn't quite be able to run over to him. You could use your dimension door if you angle yourself right and get to him, but you wouldn't be able to remove him this turn.
Okay. I don't know what to do. Shit.
You could always just shoot him with a bow, or you could just cast an offensive spell, or you could start making your way over in that direction to try to get him out of there next turn, because then you'd be able to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, if you ever want to just help somebody and you're not sure, what all you can do for them, you can always just inspire them. One of the
Okay.
cool things you can do with a bard.
And you've got some support spells, I'm pretty sure, too. Let's look at your first level spells. You've got... Actually, no, I thought you had like 8 or something like that, but no, you don't, but that's okay. You could, as a bonus, you could always inspire somebody. You could always just attack one of these things. You just got that new Psychic Lance spell, if you're itching to test that out.
I'm gonna move up a little bit. I was originally back here, so 5, 10, 15, 20 feet forward to angle myself to where I can see through the door.
Yeah, so you can see number 1 from where you're standing.
I'm gonna go ahead and try out the Psychic Lance,
Okay.
which is an intelligence saving throw.
I'm sure these things are just incredibly bright. So I rolled a natural 16, but there's some negatives in there, so that's a success.
Okay.
So yeah, roll damage. If you click on the little magnifying glass, see where it says 7d6 psychic, drop it on Dragon 1. Or if you want, I can do that for you. I have it in front of me.
Pretty please.
Yeah. As
Goodness.
again, number one, considering what happened with Bon, it starts shrieking in pain. It lifts its claws up over its head, just trying to do anything it can for this pain. As you see more blood leak out of its ears and nose, as this purple bolt flies straight at it, colliding with its head.
And it will be incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Is that what happens?
That it fails or succeeds.
Oh yeah, it is incapacitated until. Okay, yeah. On a failure, yeah, it's incapacitated. So it drops to the ground and it's just shrieking in pain. It's not doing anything. It can't do anything.
And as a bonus action, I was gonna inspire Lucas.
Okay. I believe for you at your level, your inspiration dice is D8, I want to say. I'll double check that, but yeah, Lucas, you feel quite inspired. How are you inspiring Lucas? You singing him a little ditty? You saying a poem? You telling a joke?
Little ditty about Jack and Diane.
Little ditty. Okay, you hear her start playing that song.
I clap along.
Yeah, that's a D8. So you now have a D8 of inspiration dice, Lucas. All right. Is that the end of your turn? The mighty beaver.
Okay. You're right.
If you get on the opposite side of Bond, then you can flank.
Here.
No, the opposite side of the bad guy.
Oh.
There you go.
Have enough movement for that?
Yeah, she's got 40 feet of movement.
I did 25.
Barbarian.
Okay. I think you have to be raging for that, right?
She also has her boots of speed.
Well, she has to activate those. But... Are you raging?
Sure. Oh, man.
Alright. If you are raging, then yes, you
Oh.
could make it.
My flame's now on.
I think she gets the 40 feet of movement always. But she's gonna rage anyway.
You know what? I'll be
Oh, you'd have enough anyway. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I need to.
Well, you attack with advantage since you're flanking.
You'd have advantage on the creature anyway. It's incapacitated.
No, that's the other one.
No, it was the one that she's at. That's the one that got incapacitated.
Oh.
Yeah. Dragon 1 became incapacitated.
Yeah, that hits.
Roll damage. And plus 2 because she's raging, so that's 15.
Okay.
That didn't even show up in my feed.
Yeah, you get to attack again. In fact, you get to attack twice. You get to attack her as a bonus action now.
She would have had to have used her bonus to enter rage, though.
Never mind.
You have to roll to hit.
Sorry. We're up.
And actually, no, you wouldn't have advantage. All it is for incapacitated is that they can't take actions or
She's
reactions.
flanking.
No, she's flanking.
Yeah, but I know, but you wouldn't have advantage from that, but you would have advantage from the flanking. But you did need the flanking.
Alright,
So, and that hits.
And then she already rolled the damage. Just add another 2 for the rage points. So it's...
So 7 damage.
Yep.
All right.
This thing's still up?
Yeah, it's still up. Appears to be very wounded, but it is still up.
Alright, well, so good.
All right. Number 4. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. It's going to use its action to dash but it's going to get right here, and because you just had your turn, you got your reaction back, if you would like to make an attack of opportunity.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No advantage.
No advantage on this one.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
And now it gets stopped because you just busted all its movement.
Yep, its movement speed has been reduced to 0 until the end of its turn.
So now it can't even get to you.
It's
That-
not dead yet?
That Polearm Mastery and Sentinel combo, I'm telling you. Alright. Anand, what you got?
Firebolts.
You got Firebolts?
One firebolt, but yes.
Show me.
I see it. I
Tell me
want it.
what you got.
Can I drag it to the target?
You can. You can do it on the map or on the combat tracker.
Okay,
Either
I
one.
try. I've never done it before, so I just tried dragging it to it. Did it work?
Yeah, you have to drag your attack roll to it. It did not work, though. It'll show up in chat whenever you do.
So the actual attack roll.
Yeah, so you're trying to do Firebolt, right?
Yes.
Alright, go to your character sheet, click on the Actions tab,
Yes.
look at your cantrips,
I see it.
click on the little magnifying glass for Firebolt, and you should see an
Yep.
attack roll right there.
And grab that and bring it over to the creature.
Yeah, and either the combat tracker or on the map. Either one is fine.
Does
You can... How far away from it are you?
yeah. Oh, it's
It's a
That's what, 90
120-foot
feet?
range, right?
yeah. That's only 90 feet away, right?
Oh, you are exactly 120 feet away, but you can do it.
Okay, so I rolled a. Really? I rolled a 3.
It doesn't count unless it actually gets recorded. So drag it onto the creature.
Okay.
Underneath where it says ranged +7, you should see one that says...
Damn.
Did you have... Okay, no,
No.
it's supposed to be 2d10 right now. Yeah, so drag that 2d10 fire damage over on top of it.
Okay, let me try. 2d10 fire damage. Let's see if it works. Oh well, I did. Did I roll the?
You did that? Yeah,
what did I
exactly
roll
how
to
you're
hit?
supposed to.
Yes.
13
Okay.
damage.
So I rolled a 20 to hit, and then I did 13 damage.
Yes. All right. As you send this firebolt
Yay.
towards it, as you see these flames collide with the front of its torso, as they echo and ripple across its shoulders, leaving visible scorch marks on the creature's carapace. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. I show disappointment that it's not dead, but yes.
All right. Rather than counting it, with all the other guys that was able to do it, this one's just going to use his action to dash, and he's going to come right over to here, into flanking with his other one around Lucas.
So I need to know the exact path he took to get there.
Okay.
What's where 4 was? 2 was.
Where was 3 at?
I feel like
It
2
was like-
above.
Right here.
Right there?
Yeah, like there.
Okay. So the exact path he's taking is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
I mean, you just drove around,
45,
man. I
50, 55,
Really keep
60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. That was the path he took.
Okay. So this
Kind
seems
of...
super, super cheap to do, but this is what I was wanting to do.
Okay.
Trying to turn the circle.
Where?
There we go. So when he was 1 back on his way there,
When he was right here.
Nesson's going to use his reaction.
Okay.
I was waiting to see if I could get 3 of them in one 20-foot cube, so I could fairy fire all of them.
You get to pick who Fairy Fire affects. That's a tongue twister. Fairy fire effects. Anyway,
Yeah, it seems a little cheap the way I did that, though. I'm not a huge fan, but it's 20-foot cube.
no,
all on.
there's nothing that says you can't do that though. Let's
I
see.
know, but we're very specific setup here, so I don't know. Anyhow, for the duration, so all of them have to make a any creature in the area that spells cast outline. There's also outline of might. If it fails a dexterity saving throw.
That you don't get to selectively do it, so Molly has to do it too.
For the duration, objects and affected creatures should. Okay, so yeah. Make a dexterity saving throw with advantage because that's a barbarian thing.
They all failed.
Okay. Attack rolls against all of them have advantage. And Molly's-
Other than one of them. The only one that's not an effect on is number 2. But on 1, 3, and 4, yes.
Well, 2 wasn't in the spell.
I know.
Okay. You're good. You just didn't get affected by the spell, so you're good to go. So,
I rolled a 1.
yeah. So it's advantage on attack rolls on all of them now.
Other than number 3 or number 2,
number
because
3, yeah.
number 2 wasn't in the spell when it went off.
That's cool.
All right. And that is the end of its turn. Top of the round, Bon.
Right. So I'm going. Oh wait, no, he's incapacitated. Never mind. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try to go up this armor.
You're gonna try to climb it.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Give
go
me-
up it.
Give me an acrobatics check.
All right. Ooh. So 23.
23. Yeah, so, and all of you see this, and it's super fucking impressive when you do. You see him run over to this armor as he runs up and does this running jump as he takes like 3 steps up the thing, kicks off of the wall, grabs onto the thing's arm, pulls himself up to where he's standing upright, then runs up this statue, which is about 20 feet tall, ending on its shoulder.
That's all I wanted. All right.
As he
So-
Ezio's his way up this statue. You'll have
So
to
I'm gonna-
redraw your gun. You wouldn't have been able to do that with your rifle in your hand.
That's just interact object, right?
Yeah, that's just your interaction, so you're fine.
Okay, yeah. So I'll redraw mine. And so
Well,
we're
you
gonna
would have
go.
had to put it up and then drawn it again, so that's actually your bonus. But
Yeah. Bonus.
Yeah.
I don't have to use my bonus anyways because I didn't have to disengage from young one because he's incapacitated. So that worked out. All right. So yeah. So young 4 is gonna take a shot, regular shot. I'm gonna take a -5 because I really want this extra.
so this is a regular shot you're doing
Yeah, just a regular shot.
at number.
And number 1, I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'll take the -5. Whatever. I have advantage on the roll anyways.
Oh my god!
I gotta-
So you just annihilated this poor little young?
Yes, I've done 2 critical shots on this one. Oh my gosh.
So that you also get to double your sneak attack damage. So give me 4d6. Are you using your whales from the grave? I think you only get 3 of those.
Yeah, I'll use it.
You're gonna use one?
Yeah, I'm gonna use it. That's another 16 damage on top of that.
16 points of damage.
Add another 10 because you took the -5 to his roll.
I did do that.
So
There's no way he ain't dead. There ain't no way he's not
thing,
dead.
on this creature, you didn't. You went well past the amount of hit points it had left.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it is. It's not just dead. It's very, dead.
I need to
You
think
pretty much
twice.
couldn't be more. So keeping that in mind, how do you want to do this?
I literally like a giant hole in his chest, like just blown out. As you see, body chunk just gone.
You shoot this thing from above, right behind the neck. And when you do so, it blows this giant portion out from its chest that splatters onto the ground underneath it because of the angle. And you even hear a dong as the bullet pierces and ricochets off the ground underneath it. Then the same bullet ricochets back up, goes through the creature's neck just above where it initially pierced, and decapitates it. As this creature drops to the ground extremely lifeless.
It's a bit aggressive, huh? Just a little bit.
What can I say? I overkilled the motherfucker.
little bit.
I did 2 critical shots on this man. 2 critical. Oh, alright. So next one's getting shot is Youngling 3, and I'm going to use a violent shot on him.
On Young 3?
Yep.
Because you seem rather violent, so I think it's it's suitable.
Yeah. And
Alright.
I get
That's
advantage
2
on
grit
this
you
one.
used, I believe. I don't
Yes,
think,
it is.
How would you have advantage on... Oh, that's right, it was in that thing.
Mm.
So yeah, you have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
However, you don't get to add sneak attacks. You only get that once a turn. But
Let's see if I
that still
do.
hits.
Nope. No critical.
Well, now you're just being greedy. The fact that you tried.
Yeah, I had to. I get 3.
Alright, but yeah, that hits. Roll your damage and drag an extra d12 onto there. Why did it just... Oh, that's right. So yeah, and then roll an... don't do the damage all over again. Just give me a solid d12.
That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah. So that's an extra 8 damage against number 3. As you fire off another shot, and this lightning bolt crashes into this creature, again tearing another hole through it, through its shoulder as it collides. And you see this even after the attack hits. This lingering electrical static visible on the thing's hide still remains after you make the shot. Got anything else?
No, I think that's the end of my turn.
You don't want to action surge just to really hit it home?
I mean, yeah, if there's you know what? Let's do an action.
You don't have to, but...
Let's do an action. No, let's do an
You
action.
said you want to bait things out of him. You want to use that action surge?
Yeah, let's...
Want to do it now before the
well, I
boss?
mean-
Before the boss comes in, let that burn, don't you?
There. No, that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Already done critically hit.
Alright, Lucas, what you got?
Alright, so 1's dead. 4 looks pretty hurt. And 3 is right up in Neston's face, which I don't like. So I'm gonna just take a little side step right over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna flick my wrist to bring out my wand. And something I haven't done before, but I'm gonna try it. We're gonna do a lightning bolt. Go right on.
Lightning bolt. Is this one of your spells? Is this one of your innate spells, or is this from the wand?
It's from the wand.
Okay.
So I need them both to make dexterity saving throws, I believe it is.
Yes. What's the DC? It's your own DC.
16.
Alright. We've got 3 rolled a 14 and 4 rolled a 16. So 3 fails, 4 succeeds.
Okay. I guess I'll just roll the damage in chat and then you can apply.
Yeah,
it
and I'll
from
just
there.
half it where it's
Wait, so
applicable.
which one? 4 succeeded or 4 failed?
The one that failed was 3, so you
Oh,
can
that's
roll
cool.
the damage on 3.
I'll roll the damage on 3.
For lightning
Just
bolts.
4 is damage, so maybe only half will take care of them anyway. Lightning.
Alright, and then 4 takes 14 points of damage. as you send this giant lightning bolt just arcing off, and it zigzags back and forth, almost like it's guiding itself as it crashes into each of these creatures on its path, as they shriek in agony with even more lightning coursing through their body. These things, if they live, which I know they're not, are SD about lightning. They're going to wince when they hear a thunderstorm. Even though, well, they're going to die. They're going to do that in the afterlife.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Make sure nothing's alright. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, because I don't like being flanked in between these two guys, I'm going to go and take the attack of opportunity from number 2. I'm going to step right on up here.
Alright, number 2 is going to do so. It's going to take an attack of opportunity. It's going to do a bite attack at you.
With disadvantage.
Why does it have this? Oh, that's right.
Local
Yeah.
displacement.
With disadvantage. That misses.
And I will use my bonus action. Wait, how big is this thing as a baby?
They're like Great Dane sized, basically. They're the size of a large dog.
Bonus action, I'm going to boop the snoot.
Okay.
I'm just going to like, poke it in the nose to try and get 3's attention.
Alright.
Because I don't want to mess him with Neston.
Gotcha. Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
It's Neston's turn.
No one is hurt, and Neston is freaking out, so he will action disengage, and he's gonna come up over, like, in this little pocket, next to Bond.
Okay.
That's his turn.
Alright. It is Grey Dragon... Which one's turn is it? Number 1. Grey Dragon 1's turn, which is the one that's dead, so it doesn't get a turn, because it's dead. Grey Dragon 2. It is number 2's turn. So... Yeah, 2 wants you, Lucas. It's going to try to get you.
Okay.
So, with disadvantage, it's going to make a claw attack. It's starting with... That's a 10 with disadvantage again. It's coming in with a bite attack, which is really the one I would rather hit. Oh, that's a nat 1, so it misses.
It bites itself. It just like actually are.
No, it just it bites right through one of your little mirror image that you have because of the cloak of displacement. But you feel the wind from it, but it doesn't even make contact with you. Alright. Flora.
I'm gonna use my interact with object and pull up mini hailstorm,
Okay.
and I'm gonna shoot at young 2.
So there's a thing you get when you use either shotguns or flak cannons, with a flak cannon just being the one-handed version. So the special feature of it is when you make an attack with this weapon against a creature, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack, you make an additional attack roll with disadvantage against all creatures within 5 feet of the original target that you can see. So, which one are you attacking?
2.
Number 2? Okay, so make a regular attack at number 2, and then an attack with disadvantage at number 3.
Okay.
No, we're gonna attack at number 3.
We're gonna attack number 3.
Because he's carry fired. So she would have advantage against him.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I appreciate you looking out for me.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, regular attack at number 3. That hits. Now go ahead and give me an attack with disadvantage at number 2 to see if that also hits.
How do I do disadvantage?
Bottom left corner, see the DIS.
Why would she have disadvantage?
Click that. Because that's the shotgun thing. It lets you attack additional targets nearby, but you have disadvantage on the attacks against the one that wasn't your original target. But that misses. Okay.
So she would have, if she attacked 3 first, then she would have had advantage on the attack.
Yes, she's attacking a different one now. 2
that
was
hit?
not. 2 was not fairy fire.
I know, but she didn't. You told her to do a regular attack with the first one because she was attacking 2 first, and then you said disadvantage with 3 because that was going to be the second attack.
But then it would have canceled out. Yeah, it would have canceled out. So, but she attacked 3, who she would have had advantage against.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Here, now I got myself all discombobulated and confused.
We're good.
Like,
We're just
what do
going.
we got?
We just got one.
So,
I have.
but you didn't
spiritually moved on
give
past
yourself
this moment.
advantage against number 3 though. So yes, roll again. Just drop a d20 to see if that's a crit. At number 3.
I thought that was getting greedy, Gavin. I thought that was pretty,
It rolled
She
a
would have had
15.
advantage against number 3.
Nah, I just messing with you because you said I'll be with the roll in the last D20.
But yeah, she would have attacked number 2, then it would have been a straight roll on both accounts. But attacking number 3, it's an advantage against one and disadvantage against the other. Because with a shotgun, you make an attack at disadvantage
Yeah,
against
just
all
roll a
creatures within
D20.
5 feet. I'm not hearing what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just roll a d20. We got it, man.
Yeah. Roll a d20 in the chat and see if you get a crit on number 3.
Make it easy.
15.
Okay. So roll damage against number 3.
It's 1d6. Piercing and 1d6 of cold.
It is 1d10 of piercing and 1d6 of cold.
Oh, my bad.
I have the damage right here if you just want me to roll it. Or you can do it.
Would I just grab? Would I just,
Yeah.
like, drag and
Grab
drop?
grab that whole box and drop it on number 3.
Ignore if that actually rolls in chat.
Yeah, that's how you'll know it worked. So where it says the 1d10 plus 4 piercing and the 1d6 cold?
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. As you pull out this this miniature shotgun and shoot these ice crystals that just like blast out in all directions in front of you. In fact, Lucas, you get a little nervous, but as you feel one of these projectiles skirt by your face, doesn't hit you.
Shield it with my hat.
Sorry.
It's alright, you just see one red eye give you a wink, like it's okay.
All right, and I think you was that just your first attack?
Yeah.
You get one. You get one more.
What bitch was here? Okay. And I'm gonna do. Oh, I can't do that. Shit.
Trying to use one of your blade flourishes.
Mhm.
You know which one you want to use.
Well,
And you actually do that after the fact, after you
Oh.
hit. You could have done it on that shot, or you can do it with the next shot.
okay. You take an attack roll, actually, turn.
The one you're probably gonna want to use,
Either one is
either
too far
mobile
away
or
for-
slashing.
Okay. They have to. Both of them have to be within 5 feet of me, and I'm not close enough.
Well, so here's the technicality for it. For the mobile flourish, it's
Mhm.
intended for melee weapons. It works kind of wonky for ranged weapons. It says after the attack, you can then immediately use your reaction to move up to your walking speed to an unoccupied space within
Mhm.
5 feet of the target. So if you hit him with mobile flourish, you can reach him. You can move closer if you wanted to do that. Though in this instance, your best bet is probably going to be either defensive flourish or slashing flourish.
Okay.
Hey Gavin, we never did the phantom damage.
Did you want to use it? Were you trying to use it on number 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not number 4, number 1. Number 1, because I hit number 4.
No, you shot number 1 and took number 1 down.
Oh yeah, number 1. Yeah, I'll hit it on number 4. Never mind. Sorry.
Roll me a
Wait,
d6.
what? No. I hit number 4. Number 4 is the one that died. Because that's the one I critical that the first time. That's the one I hit.
No, you hit 1.
That's when I killed.
Yeah, you hit
No,
1 because it gave it the damage automatically because you rolled it on it.
Oh, did I already do it? Okay, never mind. Thought I. Wait. Okay. Never mind. All right. My bad.
So, to use, you said it was defensive or slashing to use?
Probably. And now I'm getting confused.
Make it simple. I'll just go ahead and end my turn.
I'm looking back at Bond's thing. So we're just gonna have to run with it. I don't know where the miscommunication happened at one point. We're just gonna have to run with it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
So
It's only like a
Um,
D6. It's okay.
yeah, you can roll it and we can just add it to 4, just so you get all your things.
4's dead already.
It's 1 that's dead.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
All right, 4 points of damage. As you see this same spectral hand reach out and touch this creature, and you hear a scream as it shrieks in pain.
All right.
All right, Molly.
Flail.
It's flame on.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
I'm flailing maniacally.
She's gonna flame on and go after, you said number 4?
Yeah, the one that's not dead.
Yeah, you
Who's next to
don't even
me?
have to move. You can just attack her from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta roll from over here.
Go roll your damage with advantage, because he's verified, thanks to Neston. Oh man, a 5 and a 6. Terrible. Roll again. You get a second attack. What's advantage too? Oof. Double 14s. All right. Roll your
There you
damage.
go. Use your bonus to turn the fire on.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, please roll the damage on him. With an extra 2 for rage.
Number 4 looks fucked up. As you slash this thing across the chest, as you can see its rib cage and it's with its muscular completely torn open. You got another attack.
No, she attacked twice. She missed on the first one.
Oh, okay, that's right.
She rolled a 5 and a 6.
With advantage.
All right, is that the end of your turn? All right, this one's gonna put itself right here, and it's going in with this multi attack. It has flanking, so it has advantage.
Nope. The other one's dead.
Oh, that's right, it's dead, so it doesn't have advantage. This is a straight roll. That misses with the claw attack. It's going in with the bite. Again, I can't roll in the double digits today. It's a good day to be you guys. Yeah, that's the end of its turn. Anand.
Okay. I never came in the room,
No.
and Lucas is
No.
surrounded. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna slide up beside Lucas. Be like, hey. Um, not your brother, the person I'm playing with, my son.
Jeez.
So, number 2 is 2 and 3 are both still alive, right?
3 barely so.
3 barely so. Does it have
2 appears to be the healthiest.
Okay. Does which of them has a Nah, it doesn't matter. So, are they fairy fired, or is it the ones that are just close to nested?
So 2 is the only one that's not fairy fired. But
Two
the
is
other ones
not
are.
fairy fired.
2 is not
Okay.
fairy fired.
Okay, so I am going to try and I hope this works. I'm going to try and cast. Yeah, why not? I'm a big boy. Sapping Sting on
That's
2.
Good one. Okay.
Yeah,
Snapping Sting. I don't even know what that is.
It has to
makes
make
a creature
a-
that fails fall prone.
and it takes necrotic damage.
Yeah. On number 2,
Yes,
what kind of save is that? Is that a con
con.
save?
It is a con. Con 15, I believe.
That's
Do I add anything to it? Oh.
I rolled
No.
rather high.
No.
That was my I think that was my
No.
first double-digit roll.
I am stubborn. He's re-rolling.
He's
Re-rolling. He's
All right.
re-rolling because I can.
Man, that was like my only double-digit roll, man. I mean, this one's also a double-digit roll, but I don't think it's
Yes.
enough.
It didn't win. Okay, now I feel better. So go ahead and lay down and take this damage.
You're doing this on 2?
lay down and take it. Lay down and take it.
Lay down and
take
take
this damage.
Wolfing like a man.
Yeah, yeah. All right, that is 4 points of necrotic damage as it just lays there like.
All right. So number 2 is now prone.
Yes. So now you have advantage on number 2 as well. Have at it.
Unless the people that want to make a ranged attack now have disadvantage.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
okay. Number 3's turn. So number 3 is gonna move himself. Why won't it let me move number 3? Oh, okay. Here we go. That was weird. It wouldn't let me move
Still no
it. He's gonna move
advantage.
over here.
Because his buddy's now prone.
It still counts as flanking.
It's not
Even if they're
flanking,
prone,
he's
it still counts as flanking.
Negative.
Pretty
Just 6.
sure.
Yeah, then just put it in there, man, and we'll look it up later. I'm not gonna rules lawyer you. We'll look at it later.
Yeah, there's no conditions for flanking that specifies that it doesn't work if they're prone. So I just looked up the rule. So it's gonna have advantage on this, but that's
Could
a
you
straight
imagine
roll.
that in real life combat? Somebody's just like flank positioning.
I got his
So this
feet.
is
He can't go anywhere.
Yes.
So it's coming in with a claw attack. God, my rolls today.
Nah.
This one's just a straight roll too. All right, it's coming in with a bite attack.
Nah.
All right, seriously, like, okay. All right.
Nice.
I guess that's the end of its turn or whatever. Fine, sure. All right, top of the round, Bond.
On both these rolls, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a -5 because why not?
Which one are you attacking first?
I'm attack 3.
And attack 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I'm gonna sack another grip point and take do violent shot on it.
Okay. So if you hit,
Hold on.
you do an extra D12 and +10.
Yep.
And you have advantage. Oh, wow.
Motherfucker!
So
You
your
got to-
best roll out of that was a natural 5. Let me look up something real quick, because that was a violent shot. I just gotta double
It
check
only
something.
grades it up to 3, I'm pretty sure.
So violent shot.
Raises up to 3, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, it goes up by 2. Okay, you had a misfire of 4. You barely avoid misfiring, but you don't misfire.
Okay. Alright. So I'm just gonna try to shoot this motherfucker again, I guess. With
All right.
advantage.
That roll was technically a 0, by the way, the one before. So a 22 goes down to 17. Oh, no, that's a 29. That definitely hits. Did you sack a grip point for that or no? Or is this just a straight shot?
That was a straight shot. I ain't got no grip points left. I used all 3 of them.
And you get to add your sneak attack because it's your first time doing damage this turn. You had advantage on the attack. So I believe that's, I think that's 2d6.
Where did my sneak attack damage go?
It's in your weapons, in your actions tab.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Sneak attack right here. It's only
Oh, I haven't
saying a
updated it
1d6. Yeah, so we need to put a. How do I change
There
that? Oh, there we go. Okay. And that's on this one. 4 damage. Oh, hey,
You
die.
literally had 4 hit points left. How do you want to do this?
So as you see this lightning bolt strike past Lucas, it just like purely goes through its head, just done. Just as it kind of almost hits Lucas. Like I know what I'm doing, but like it's a close call.
Lucas is
Let's
just
just
like
say
in the middle
you-
of a Michael Bay movie. These ice and lightning and claws, and I'm just kind of dodging all around it.
He's like, yeah.
When you shoot this thing, it doesn't hit its center, like square on the middle of its head. It like hits it right on like the cheekbone, carving out a giant chunk out of the section of its head, exposing brain matter as this creature drops to the ground with this electrical static left behind. And Lucas, your boots are a little tingly.
So be it.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it's gonna be in my turn.
As Nand is like, bro, you stole my kill.
All good.
All right.
Teamwork.
I'm just gonna circle around right over here, and we're gonna do the same thing as before.
Okay.
Boom. Let's throw some
Another
more
lightning bolt.
Yeah, let's throw some more lightning at these boys. So again, deck save with a DC of 16.
Wow. 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 Just wow. Alright, yeah, they fail or whatever,
Well,
something.
they
You can
rolled
do
that
damage
one
to them
for double.
if I guess.
I mean,
Alright, yeah, that is a full success on both. 25 damage to 2, as well as 25 damage to number 4. As you exceed its hit points by 23 points. It is extremely dead. How do you want to do this?
Overkill.
Both of them?
Is there anything?
Both
2's
of them?
still up. 2
Okay.
is the only one that is still up.
Spectacular. Kilimanjaro.
yeah, I'm
So
just
how
gonna
you want to do this?
take the wand out, do a little flourish and everything in the air, and I don't know, Alakazectrical. Let's go. Oh fuck, whatever.
Okay, you hit it, and it goes Kerflooey right when you hit it, as it drops to the ground, convulsing from this electricity as it courses through its body, before the convulsions eventually stop, with the creature being motionless,
I gotta come
With
up
this-
with a better catchphrase.
with this smoking residue left steaming from its body. Alright. And which one you gonna shoot,
I
Bond?
will
You can shoot
bonus
3,
action,
you
by
can
the
shoot
way,
1
because
or 4.
Flora's
Oh,
right next to me. I will bonus action.
How is it
Shocker.
my turn?
Just do that like static carpet thing. And then,
why, it wouldn't have been your turn. It would have been Lucas's turn. Right. Or
I don't think-
Nessun's turn.
I don't even
Yeah.
think it hurt me.
No, I'm sorry. I was explaining something and I was realizing my own mistake. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
So from a bonus action, I was gonna turn over to Flora since she's right behind me. I'm gonna do that like where you rub your feet against the carpet. You get like that electrical static shock. You just
And Flora, you feel that, Flora. Hey, Flora, go ahead and take 1 lightning damage.
Seriously?
I think the only damage that's been taken in this round is a character, is a player to another player.
Easy on PC, man. What the fuck?
I'm dead serious. I had to have some kind of damage done in this. So, Flora, you take 1 lightning damage, and when he does this, he built up a little more static than he thought he did. And you see this electricity arc through her whenever you touch her.
Like, tips of my ears, you just see this little lightning bolt go across them.
Your ears automatically stick all the way up.
That's hilarious.
All right. Neston's turn. All right, Neston, what are you doing?
Neston's turn.
Neston is going to sit over here and say, "Aloha, save me." And oh wait, actually I have to roll to attack first. I don't know what his roll to attack is. Oh wait,
What are you attacking with? One of his spells?
This is a saving throw. He's going to cast Sacred Flame, and I need him
The
to
DC
make
is 16.
Yeah, it's a Dex saving throw.
Number 2.
The only one left.
Sure it's not 3, 1, or 4?
Yeah.
Because they would auto-fail if that changes your decision.
And you have disadvantage.
Oh, it's prone, so it does have
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
It does not.
I would know. I go prone. Yes,
I
I go
actually-
prone. So it.
I took
Go
a
ahead.
look. I pulled prone up, and prone creature's only movement is option to crawl unless it's blah blah blah. It has disadvantage on attack rolls, and attack rolls against a creature have advantage, but there's no disadvantage on being prone. That's a Gavin rule.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been...
Yeah.
So, I know I'm not the only one that does this. It's funny how many rules I find that I use just because
looked it
they're
up
common
because
that I thought
I
were...
didn't think the flanking.
You
thing
are
was
not
right.
the only one who does this.
Yeah, so
other
flanking is a completely optional rule. Like that's not even.
I
in
know
the
it
book.
is. I'm gonna keep the whole disadvantage on deck saves if you're prone, though. I'm gonna keep that.
Well,
But
then he has disadvantage on the roll.
yes, he does. Just to
Damn.
see if this can be a crit. Well, the high roll was a nat 20, but the low roll was a 12, so it's a 12.
Then he takes.
The only 20
7
you rolled
radiant
tonight, and it's a hey Gavin. The only 20 you rolled tonight, and it's a disadvantage roll.
Yep. Sometimes it's a DM night, sometimes it's a player night. Luckily for you guys, it's a player night.
I'm just gonna move over there and just. Molly, you seem like you know what you're doing. I think I'll stand here and learn from you.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of Neston's turn.
All right. So number 2 is gonna come over here. Probably not
using
gonna
half
do
his
anything,
movement.
but I'm gonna try. He's gonna use half his movement to stand up. He's actually not gonna move at all. He's just gonna go for a claw attack and a bite attack at Lucas. At disadvantage, he's just gonna try.
I'm rooting for you, buddy. I really am. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Oh!
5. That's the number of the night. 5. That one number I have rolled more than any other.
Yes.
This is Lucas.
Oh my god, I have to take a screenshot of this. I have to take a screenshot of
Is
this.
it double nat one?
It's double nat ones.
He hurts
Well,
himself in
shit.
confusion.
Hey guys.
That is impressively bad. Like,
Imagine having
If it
disadvantage
didn't
of the roll and then
happen.
making double 20.
Oh.
look at this shit.
Gross.
Oh my gosh. Let me see this.
I've gathered the evidence.
I can't see. It's super tiny on my screen.
You have to click open original, but yeah, that. Okay. Yeah, we're that's the end of its worst turn of the entire campaign for me. All right, Flora, you're up. Just go ahead and kill it or do something.
Okay.
Make it die.
You know, you could just have it just surrender, or just
Just like, screw it.
lay down and just.
I'm gonna say that actually, at this point, number 2, seeing all of its brothers having fallen, it's just gonna cower down to the ground and
full
turn its
prone?
head away, looking at the rest of you, and start whimpering.
Can I pet it? I want to pet it.
You can try. Are you gonna
What
pet
would
it?
This is
I
gonna
don't
end
think it's gonna
badly,
be
but
super
you know what?
lovely done
Fuck
to
it.
what just murdered its family, but you know.
Give me an animal handling check with disadvantage because it's terrified of you.
Definitely a fear biter.
Ooh.
Okay, 12. We'll see if that does anything. Are you trying to tame the dragon?
Oh, we could have another pet. Gavin, the ship's just gonna become Noah's Ark.
Give it 10 minutes and Molly can talk to him.
We massacred all of your brothers and sisters, but love
Come with us.
Here's-
Yeah.
Wait for the best part. We're not done looting and like chopping up the bodies to parts.
exactly. I want your brother's teeth.
We didn't just kill your family, we mutilated it for parts.
I'm sorry, but we got a random chocobo in
What
the
is
party.
this?
I figured.
Is this his intestine? Oh, it's his genitals. Ugh. Don't you want to come home with us? We'll have a good warm bed for you.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Oh god. So you pet the dragon. Are you gonna do anything? I'll say that was your interact to pet the
Nope.
dragon.
Nope, I just wanted to pet the dragon.
It let you pet it. You don't know whether that's out of fear or respect or a combination of the two, but it let you do it.
So,
Ain't it was.
Molly, you're up. All that's left is this cowering dragon, this cowering baby dragon. What do you do?
Don't heal it.
I don't know.
What are you gonna do? Just like go pick it up at the scruff of its neck and like, you're coming with us now. I mean,
No, I was like, cause you have to murk them, but I was like,
then
but
just shh.
hug it. I don't know.
we'll get to that. Oh my gosh.
I like how we go from killing all of its siblings to being like, what do we do with this one
tiny
little
one.
dragon?
Me.
I'm gonna name him George. I'm
No,
gonna love him and hug him
I got you.
and
What were you doing,
squeeze
Mom?
him and
I'm gonna kill
No,
it.
no, no. It's
Kill
gonna be. It's gonna be soft, kitty, warm.
Little fools!
Should I just roll a strength check?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. How much you really want to play this out there, Gavin? Because she's just gonna put it to sleep.
It's
Permanently.
I will let you guys do whatever you would like to try.
We just say
You're
it's
just gonna
dead
put it
now.
to sleep.
Yeah.
Forever.
You're gonna give it the good old Molly snuggle.
I'm gonna snuggle it. I'm gonna
Oh my
snuggle it.
gosh.
So, a creature with a constitution of 10 can go. Let's see, what is it?
Dude, do you
Can
really
go
want to rules lawyer this, or
a
do we
minute
just want to like rock this
without
out?
air.
Okay.
If you want to give me an athletics check to try to strangle this thing.
You
Then
have
after
advantage.
a minute, it would go unconscious. Not dead, but unconscious.
Also, a minute is like how many rounds of combat? Are we really
10.
just gonna?
I'm not going to
wait
go through
till-
it that way. That's why I'm making it one
You
check.
have advantage. Roll again. You have advantage because you're raging. Now you just rolled with advantage. But you still rolled terribly all the way across the board.
Well, your lowest roll would have been enough.
Just barely.
Could she
I
strangle
rolled-
the baby? That's the question.
That was a nat
How
1.
much strength does it take to strangle the baby?
Dark humor.
You have it in your grip. You walk up to the thing and you have it as you're cutting off its air supply. It is thrashing around and trying to escape in your arms. Do you hold it until it becomes motionless?
Yes.
This just got really dark.
No! We just murked everybody else!
I have the worst news
Go
ever.
freaking pet the damn thing.
What's
Now I
the
can't be
news?
violent.
Sean Connery just died.
Oh,
I thought he was
shit.
already dead.
No.
Wait,
No,
what?
he literally just died. I am so upset.
Oh,
No.
really? I
Yes.
thought he died a while ago.
No. He's immortal. Well, he was.
No, he died Halloween last year.
You know what it is?
No way. Yes, it is
It
Halloween last
It
year.
was probably.
That's what I
It's a
thought.
prank. Oh, I didn't know he died last year. Sad all over again.
Look, hey, look at the bright side of this, right? If he died last year, he did not have to watch the new Bond movie.
That's true. I haven't seen it yet.
So, I'm just gonna say combat's over. You
Yes,
you
please.
choke
God,
out the
kidding.
baby dragon. It stops
Oh my-
moving in your arms. Do you let go once it stops moving, or do you keep cutting off its air supply?
Keep
Basically,
going
are you
like
killing
he's
it or
dead.
knocking it out?
I'm killing it.
You're killing it.
I'm killing it.
I mean, what's it gonna do? Come up and just see its dead family?
Now it's more like a I have to because we already did everything else thing.
Leave no witnesses.
Okay, so you hold it for another minute, and it drops to the ground.
It's dead.
and
All right,
it's
we ain't
dead.
got. We ain't got it. That was too morbid. Oh my
Do
god.
something to it.
Hey, hey, hey.
Okay.
We're heroes.
Yes.
Oh my
Just
god.
to make sure, Anon walks up beside it,
No,
looking,
no, please don't stop.
and then spike right in the neck.
Oh my god.
Finishes the drain.
Am
I'm
I
not
gonna
even
have to
gonna
do an
try
acrobatics
and
check
fathom the
to
RP.
move?
You know, I
It
should
would
be
take
relieved
Erneston.
because for a moment I was really thinking you guys were about to pick up a pet dragon. So
I thought about it, but then they proceeded with the massacre.
All right, so let's get into the thick of it. What is this room? And I don't know. What's in here? What are we looking at? What do we see?
So this room, just like the last one, is full of this. I mean, the whole ground is paved with this glowing blue crystalline stone. You can see at the bottom right corner of this room, there is another ley line of pure white energy that is heading from the northeast before it curves and heads due south.
Well, checking out where the babies were. I mean, was there anything else for like?
It was just the ley
Yep.
line. That's what they were staying on.
Yeah, but no gyms or anything else. Anything of interest?
I mean, this whole place is of interest. These statues are ancient, but
There's
as far
lots
as things of
easy-
monetary
I'm talking
value,
about easy pickings that I can just pick up and put in the bag, or whatever these guys have, or anything.
give me an
Do I need to do an
investigation check.
Do I need to do an acrobatics check to get down?
Yes,
Okay.
Can I
I'm
put
hoping you roll a
detect-
1.
Can I put up detect magic and just walk
Thanks,
around the
Gavin.
perimeter of the room?
You can,
Like
sure.
fucking everywhere.
See if there. And aside from the fact that the whole room is probably glowing, I'm looking for magical items.
You get down smoothly enough. I was hoping we were gonna have like one of those. Oh shit! And then just crack your face on the arm on the way down, land square on your back.
Thanks, Gavin.
Anybody else want to try and take a peep around here if they're helping? you?
Yeah, I'm going to.
All right.
Investigation or perception? Investigation, I'm guessing.
Yeah, give me an
We'll
investigation.
all investigate.
Got a 17.
So again, something you seem to notice about this room is that each of these statues, there seems to be a small amount of the energy from this ley line that's arcing off of the ground and channeling into each of these large statues of the room. One thing that you do notice is that these statues are all covered with these glowing yellow crystals. And you can even see it looking at the map there. And as this energy flows into these creatures, or these statues, they thrum and pulse, these crystals do. Just eerily back and forth, like it's storing this magical energy for something.
Just, I mean, that's the thing is, from what I've seen or anything, can we kind of get any kind of a clue or something that says, like, what this place is used for, what it does, what the purpose of it is?
No, the only clue that you've gotten was that that word on the front door that said this held the Well of Worlds.
Can I roll history to see if I might know what that is from my studying?
Yeah, give me a history check.
And I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna warn you, this is gonna be a very high DC, but
Definitely didn't make that one.
That did not work. I got a 15 on this.
that's the thing. There are whispers of something that's extraordinary about the continent of Falthansia is exactly how much magic is present on this continent. More than one would think would naturally be allowed. A good parallel for what an untarnished standard continent should have in terms of magical access is the continent of Alarath, where it has a few ley lines that pass through, but on Falthansia, they're everywhere. More than one world should be able to have, all focused into one continent, and that, to historians, has always been an anomaly. They've never been able to understand why that is, why there is so much magic here. And it's paramount to Falthanian society. Everything runs on this magic. But as far as the exact terminology of Well of Worlds, you've never heard it before. It's not something that historians typically talk about. And this is the first mention that you've seen of that word, of that name.
Is there an actual well in the center of this room?
That is not a well, that's just a fountain.
Okay.
That again, some of this magical energy is arcing off towards it, and it seems to be just fueling this fountain, like a power source.
So with me walking around with Detect Magic, do I see any specific schools of magic, or am I just seeing magic flowing, or what am I seeing?
Enchantment.
Okay.
I want to try something that could go very poorly, but I'm very curious. I'm going to walk up to the water, and my wand, that I just expelled a bunch of magic out of, I'm going to dip the wand in.
Ooh, logic.
Okay. How long are you going to hold the wand there?
I don't know, is it doing anything?
You notice when you dip your wand into this water that it does appear to slowly be rejuvenating the wand. It's not a fast process, but you appear to be getting some degree of function back to the wand.
Alright. While I keep that one under, while everybody's doing their thing, I'm going to reach into my bag, and I'm going to pull out the ivory wand. And I'm also going to put that in there.
Which one is that?
Okay.
You have an ivory wand?
It was something I got from somebody that knew me, but I didn't know them. Because I saw, like, in the future, it would become, like, it would awaken.
Oh! Ooh! That's a good bait right there. I like that.
So you have just leveled up that wand to its first stage. So once a day with this wand now, you may cast the Guiding Bolt spell.
Hey.
Okay.
So you got some radiant damage. Yeah.
That's only level 1.
Yes, but it takes some time. When you place this wand into this wand of this white stone, and you submerge it in this water of the fountain, you notice a little bit of this arcane energy arc off and enter this wand. And as it does so, this is white. This is a white ley line, which white ley lines are pure untapped magic. They are the building blocks of all other magic, or force damage is what it would represent in terms of rolls. You notice it change, the color of this bolt that arcs off and enters your wand, to a yellowish color, as the light building block of magic enters this wand.
So, guys, can I try sticking my spike in the ley line?
No, I wouldn't.
I really.
You
Like-
you would be overcome with magic.
Is there any greater way to be? Like, I
You
just
would
want to.
probably implode. You would
'Cause
literally
think about
probably
this.
implode.
I bet, like, he devours mana, so it's basically like crack. So I'm itching so bad to just.
We could try it on the way out. I don't really want to see what happens as we're going in. Question, DM, the wand before, like, it didn't do anything, so I didn't really have it. But now that it can cast a spell, does it require attunement?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So with these crystals that are on these statues of armor, am I able? I don't want to pick off one of the main crystals, or the main gems. I want to pick off like a side piece that would just wouldn't seem that they would be like, all right, okay, it's missing, it's whatever. Like, it wouldn't be common to see. I just want to take one of those.
Okay. So you're just gonna try to pry it off because they're stuck. They're on there.
Pretty much. I'm gonna try to pry one off.
All right. Give me a strength check. Or you're just like taking out a dagger or something and just kind of yanking it in between the space, trying to wedge it off of there.
Sure.
Oh, also, did my other one get any charges back, or if it was rejuvenated?
You got 1 charge back to your wand.
Woot.
I'll take it.
Where did I?
You can make this athletics. I guess it's in your skills.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say I don't have strength in here. What?
Well, that would be off of your main page that you would do that. Ability scores on the left
okay.
side. But it's the same either
Okay.
way for you. So athletics or strength, it's going to be the same number.
Okay.
Yow. So you're trying to rip
That was
it off?
acrobatics.
Oh,
But
sorry.
I'll take your regular roll. I'm going to take that 8.
Oh,
You're not able to get it off. In fact,
of course.
you try when suddenly you hear this eerie grinding noise, this as this head looks down at you and you hear boop, 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 boop.
Rip.
Yeah.
That sounds like it sounds like the machines from Zelda with the lasers.
Yeah. Come on, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Of course. Okay.
So they are sentinels. Ooh.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Sugoi.
So
Doesn't he
you
have-
take 6 points of force damage as it shoots this laser at you, this solid white laser in your direction. And you duck out of the way and you try, but it pierces your shoulder.
Does he have evasion yet?
Not yet.
No, I do not. What? How much damage do I take from that?
6 points of force damage.
Okay. Understood. All right, guys.
Then
We gotta
after
touch
you're
the
done-
statues.
Then after you're done trying, its head tilts back in the same angle, and its lights, the eyes of its lights de-illuminate, and it goes back to being stationary.
So I think if we keep messing with those, they're just gonna keep getting angrier and angrier.
Yeah.
Yes. Highly Do not. Yep.
On to the next door.
Yes.
Yeah.
On to the next door.
All right.
All right, Molly will lead the way. Kelly went to bed, so I'm officially taking over Molly. I think we're going to kind of do the same rotation. Do we hear anything? Check for traps, etc., etc.
You want to? Oh wait, do we want to check these bodies?
You mean, did you want to harvest the bodies?
Yeah, I mean,
I
if
love
there's
that.
anything in there, but I don't know if we're going to
Harvest.
get anything from the baby dragons that we didn't get from the mom.
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
dragon scales are always sought after. Fang dragon scales aren't exactly the ones that fetch the highest price point on the market, but people love dragon scales. You know that.
I'm super broke, and you know I am always trying to buy more stuff to make things for you guys. So if y'all want to try and skin some dragon scales,
Sure. I'll try to get some dragon scales off of them.
All
Yes.
right. Whoever does this, it's going to be a survival check. So
Survival
I'm very
check.
good in survivals.
Yep.
To scrape the dragon scales
to harvest the scales off of the dragon in a way that keeps them in one
intact.
piece. That keeps
Ah.
them intact.
Ah.
Let's see. I know Molly's got some good survival, and so does
I do not.
I do. Where's my character sheet, man? Oh, there it is. Just found out the combat tracker. Because for this is actually an herbalism check for me, but let me see what Molly's got. She has the same as I do. So, I guess Molly will help me if that can work. I don't know.
Yeah, you can get advantage if she helps you.
Alright.
And 15.
And this is...
You want to just go ahead and
give me
delete
4 of
the...
them. Yeah, I'll go ahead and delete the tokens.
Boom, with the 22.
Give me 4 of them.
Okay. 4 Fang Dragon Scales.
No, I mean 4
No,
checks.
no. 4 checks.
Oh, sorry.
For all 4 of the bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I would offer to help, but I'm only
Nat
half
20.
proficient in survival.
I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to quarter your total. Whatever you get from these 4 checks, you have a quarter of that in scales.
Alright. Well, there was a nat 20, so does that give me a little extra?
No. Just the...
Hurtful.
Dang, those are some high rolls. God dang.
You had to jinx it.
I should have said nothing. I
22,
should have said nothing.
46,
I thought that was the
68,
end of your roll.
78. You have 39 small Fang Dragon scales. Emphasis on the small.
Well, then we
part.
should just gotten them from Mama out front.
Yeah.
39 Fang Dragon Scales. It's alright. It's good, you can make armor for children.
I mean, you can use them for an armor for an adult,
Your
but...
armor from children for children. Yes.
I mean, I'm pretty much the size of a child.
I
so...
hate how bad it I hate how terrible it is, but sounds so good as a catchphrase for like if
Yes,
you had
it
to
does.
open a shop.
From
Yes.
children for
From
children.
for children.
Amazing. Alright.
Oh my gosh. Alright,
Yes.
Alright, that being said.
Next door.
Next door.
Alright.
Any sounds or whatever rolls we might need to make? You know the deal.
Yeah, I know the deal. So, you don't... let's see. Well, you haven't made your check yet. So, of course you don't hear anything if you don't make a check. But, let's see what you get. This is going to be perception. Oh, you're checking for traps, right? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
okay, that's
yeah.
investigation. Then, no, you don't find any traps in this store.
Alright, here's the perception one.
Perception.
That's a nat 1.
We just all rolling, or does it matter? I mean,
Whoever wants to. Whoever is actively listening.
I was.
what is Molly got?
Alright, so... Flora, Neston... The DC that I'm looking for is really 12 that I'm looking for here.
Roll all the things for all the people. Oh my god. I've rolled so
Okay,
many
so
nat
just
ones.
Neston and Flora, you press your ear up to this arcane, shimmering door, and you hear like this pulsating noise. Door, like this magical thrumming sound, just a mixture of like a whistling noise, like of the wind, just combined with a rum.
I'm gonna say I reload because I have to do that.
Okay, yeah, just make sure you delete the ammo.
Yep.
What do you know? I just realized the white line and the red line are all going into the same direction.
Just realized that?
No. I just thought it was
okay.
no. That we're flawed actually saying.
Ah.
Let's go. Let's do the thing.
All right, revealing
Right.
the room.
So what all do we see aside from Rainbow Road?
Oh, the yellow brick road.
As you enter this room, you see that this stream has split into two different paths. The effervescent glow from the stone is even brighter in this room, and you've come to the realization, actually, that the closer you've gotten to this place, the brighter that stone has glowed. The brighter it has flashed. And this room is bright. Very bright. Like the brightest light you've ever seen. You almost have to wince, like squint your eyes looking at the far southern end of this room just because of how bright this is. As you see what looks to be almost looks like a portal of some kind. And you see all of these different ley lines, the building blocks of magic just pouring out from this.
Any living creatures in here?
You do notice there appears to be, at various corners spread throughout this room, 7 of these statues that look like smaller versions of the statues in the previous room. They're not moving, but they look identical, aside from the fact that they're much smaller. Aside from the fact that these appear to have some damage on them. You see some visible cracks in them. You see parts in the shell of these things where a bright light is shining out from them, wherever it is they've sustained the most amount of damage.
Any other signs? Written word? Anything that I can discern that, kind of says what this is?
Nothing other than what you saw in the front door.
And these guys really did not like to write much. Any pictures or anything? Like designs? Anything?
There's some pictures on the wall, but it all seems to be historical, and it's things that you have a hard time making sense of. Still various pictures of powerful mages casting spells. You see another depiction directly above of this well of multiple mages. Appears to be about a dozen of them. And it almost looks like hieroglyphics, the way these drawings are made, the way these carvings are made, where it shows each of them with a staff raised or a hand raised. It depicts this swirling vortex centered in the middle of each of these mages. And as it shows these beams of light shining from this. And here's the peculiar part. In each of these beams of light, you're not sure whether this is literally or symbolically, there is a sphere depicted in the middle of each of these beams of light. So it casts a silhouette, at least as depicted in the drawing. Almost like there's something circular in the middle of every one of these beams that appears to be pouring out from this piece of art depicted in the inscriptions on the wall.
And in the middle of this, what exactly was above this thing? You said there was like its own sphere? Not in the picture, but on the actual thing that we're looking at?
Basically, there's a drawing, not really a drawing, carvings into the wall, depicting basically a group of a dozen mages performing a ritual that opens up some swirling vortex in the middle of them. And in each of the beams of light pouring from this vortex, it shows a spherical op in the middle of it.
All right.
Oh.
So, magical portal into somewhere, maybe.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Well, let's
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
let's do a thing. Let's see here.
Let's cast Identify on it.
Does that work?
No rule says it
Identify
can't.
what's on items.
Is it not an
It's
item?
ancient magic. Its mystery is held for
It's a
centuries.
portal.
I
Yes.
cast
You would
Identify.
take it likely to be the fact that this that you are seeing in front of you is the Well of Worlds that was mentioned on the front door.
So this is like magic from multiple worlds, all in one. I don't know.
Maybe.
I feel like you need to get a closer look to have a better understanding of what's going on.
I think somebody should go inside of it.
Lucas is extremely curious, so I will go against my better judgment, and I will go in first.
I will go in with him because I'm so like, it's like putting me in a room full of crack.
Peanut butter and crack sandwich.
Yes.
Do the sentinels seem to react as we approach, or whatever they are? The little
Their
statues?
heads are turning to follow you as you move into the room. They have not moved other than that.
I'm gonna move across the little bridge.
Well, I'm on my broom.
Where is
not my
everybody
broom,
else
on my
moving into
carpet.
We'll get to
and,
you crossing the bridge in a moment. What is everybody else doing in this room?
Neston is hugging the wall right here. Molly is debating whether or not she wants to go fishing.
Okay.
By the way,
That's
her
the magically mutated fish.
her flame tongue is still on.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm just kind of mosey on in, taking in everything.
I
That's
just want
what she
everybody
said.
to place themselves where they would be likely standing in the room.
Oh, that's not a good thing.
I would say I was standing right here because I've already seen what these statues can do.
And they seem to be just sporadically scattered throughout the room.
How many of them?
You see 8 of them. And they are large. They appear to each be about 12 feet tall apiece. They're smaller than the statues in the previous room, but still quite big in their own regard.
That's what
Can I
she said.
switch?
Yes.
Alright, has everybody done what they're gonna do?
I still see a nod all the way back at the.
I think that's for a reason. I don't think Marte wanted to move himself further
Well,
than this.
No, he said he was gonna go in.
I-
'cause it's
He
No,
said
fine.
he was.
yeah.
Yeah, he said he was gonna go. Yeah. Further. He said he was gonna go in with Lucas.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So you both cross the bridge at the same time.
Well, we haven't crossed it yet. You wanted us all to get in position, so we in this
But
moment
you were
of time
saying
now-
that you were going
we
to
were,
cross
we
the
were.
bridge. So
Dude, do you want to
I'm
cross the
holding you
bridge
to that at this
on
point.
top of the carpet so you're not walking on it?
Well, if we want to do that, like, I've also got my broom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Not touching the ground is probably better.
Okay, we can stick with that, and I'll say my command word in Sylvan, if it matters here, and I'll hop up on my broom. How high is the ceiling in this place, anyway?
About
This
30
place
feet.
is huge.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no way this is 30 feet if those monstrous things were in the other room.
The ceiling's a bit lower in this room than it was in the last one.
It lifted ceilings. In the
We'll
last
say it's
one.
50. We'll say it's 50.
Oh,
I'll say it's 50 feet.
Okay.
A 50-foot ceiling.
Okay.
All right. So you cross the bridge.
We fly above the bridge.
We fly over the bridge.
Okay. So as you cross the bridge, the two of you cross the bridge. The moment you enter the space on the other side of the bridge, Lucas, you hear, well, everybody in this room hears a as you see all of these constructs animate
Yes.
Would you like to keep your own initiative, your old initiative, or would you like to roll new ones? Everybody
No.
has to do it
Reroll.
the same way.
Reroll.
Oh,
Reroll.
shit.
Everybody has to do it the same way, so you have to agree on it.
Oh, well, let's see. The previous initiatives, I was the only one with a bad one, right?
Yeah, the reason I say
Yeah.
that is somebody with a bad initiative could just decide to keep re-rolling, and while everybody else stays the same until they get something good, and then be like, all right, I'm going to stick with this one now that I got a good one. So that's why it's got to
Okay.
be everybody doing it one way for the whole dungeon.
All right, so what do y'all
So-
want to do? I'll let y'all pick because I'm the only one with a bad initiative.
Yeah, I think I'm good with sticking with what we had, just because that
Stick
was
with what
pretty
we
high.
had.
Okay. I agree.
All right.
Yay. Great. Okay, do these look like they're gonna be... Does it look like the big ones are gonna come into this room and try to start attacking us too? Or
You
is this gonna
don't
be some...
know.
Oh my
It's all
god,
right.
Gavin, you're
Just
gonna
want to let you
kill
guys
us
know
all.
I can
They
cast
won't
Guiding
fit
Bolt
here.
one time.
Yes.
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to roll an initiative for them where they're decently spread
Well,
out.
can we
'Cause
see?
I don't like it
where
when we
they
just
are
have
on
a
the map?
giant chunk of enemies that all go at once.
Show me where they are on the map. I need to know these things.
I know. I'm about to do so.
Oh god.
You know, we could have just gone back and gotten our money. I'm just saying. I don't know whose idea it was to keep going, but I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. I can't think of it now, you know?
Guys, we
Oh.
really need to go after the Infinity Stones.
Oh, great. They do look like the Infinity Stones. Oh,
It looks
God.
like it. Guys, we should just fly straight past him into it. This is going to take us to where true power lies. Or something like that.
Wait, so like in the center looks like a portal that would take us somewhere?
You don't know whether it would take you somewhere. It appears to be something that is drawing magical energy from somewhere.
This is probably the heart of the power of the continent or world.
5,
Yeah, probably.
6. I'm trying to figure something out. That was okay. Now 5. Now 6. Okay. Now I figured out where I'm at. Dang it, I keep dragging the wrong one. I'm
Dragging
trying to
these
get all of these
balls.
out there, but they all have the same token. Five, 6, 2, and 3.
Maybe we shouldn't be here. Maybe we're gonna like F up the whole world by being here.
Too late.
Like, just imagine if we cast dispel magic on the soul well or whatever it is that powers the whole world, and then it just dies.
I think it'd have to be like a level 7. No. It would have to have like 20 people discussing dispel magic.
Dispel magic
too.
on it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty toughie. I'm gonna try it, and I bet you I roll a nat 20, and it's gonna blast it wide open. That'd be sick. Dude,
And now you're terrorists.
Gavin, and just imagine if some primal volds got loose down here.
I know.
How many of them would it take to suck this well dry?
That's what she said.
All right.
I don't know. I feel like these sentinels would take care of them. I think we should just... I don't know about fighting these things.
I mean, they're already
And,
damaged. It probably won't be that bad. We'll see.
You say that.
Why am I drawing a blank here? I'm trying to think of the search title for the song I want to play. The Feywild. There we go.
Struggling much?
There we go.
Let me unmute the music just so I won't waste what you're trying to do. I keep it muted all the time because I don't like noise.
It just went to the same song. Never mind. It's not pulling up the song I wanted to do for some
how
reason.
tall are these miniature ones?
About 12 feet.
Okay.
Hey, biggins.
They're about half the size of the ones in the previous room.
Okay. Okay.
Can you
All
show
right.
us where they are on the map?
Yeah,
I just did.
already are.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. Oh. Ow.
Oh! Oh. As usual, Vaughn, you're first.
Yay! I'm so glad I did not use my action surge.
Told you he was trying
Why,
to bait it out.
why didn't you, man? You should have used your action surge.
No. But I did waste all of my trick shots. I will mention that. So I guess just a regular shot on Guardian 5 right here. God damn, these things are huge.
They are.
Hey, they are already damaged, so... Hey, that hits.
Damn.
All right. As you fire and it hits this thing, and you see this electricity course through it, and some of it pour out of these gaping, like, rends and tears that it has in its armor. But it just looks at you and just says... It looks at you and says, "You have violated the perimeter nexus. You have violated the perimeter nexus. Exit at once. Exit at once."
The perimeter nexus.
Before I take another shot, I'm like, do y'all want to leave or do y'all really want to check out this well?
Oh, we're in it, bud.
We're in it.
We're in it? Alright, we're in it to win it.
Yeah. Ain't no punk.
Begin the misfires.
Oh, it does misfire. When you fire this other shot, this electricity convulses and just curves back on itself and just fries your rifle.
No. Someone cast
I can't
Mending.
use a... I can't use a bonus action to fix it, so yeah, let's see. Into my turn as well. Actually,
Are you
I'm
gonna
gonna use a little bit of movement and move back here.
Sure.
Okay.
Bonus action
You
high.
should run over to me.
I should. Let's
You can jump a
let's go.
distance equal to your strength score. So you have a strength score of 10, so you could jump across that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Hi,
How did
Flora.
Neston end up in the wall?
That's Neston. He'll crawl the wall.
And that's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn. Lucas, what you got?
It's a lot of these dudes. Well, fortunately, I'm on a broom now. So let's do this. Yeah, let's make Molly nasty. I have, fortunately, 3 meta magic points, so I'm gonna go. Let's see. And yeah, you're close. So I'm gonna take off on my broom right here, and I'm gonna twin cast haste on Molly and Bon.
Okay.
That takes all my meta magic points. So I will use my.
So I assume you're ground level casting this.
I'm like
because
5
you'd
feet
have
up.
to be. Okay.
we were just kind of floating over the ground, not really going up.
Yeah.
But that takes me, I was like 10 feet, then I move forward. So do that. I'm going to use my bonus action to burn through a second level spell slot to get 2 meta magic points back. And then I'm going to... Let's get up and away from these guys. I don't know what kind of range they have, but either way, I don't want to be near them. So I'm going to go probably say, if they're 12 feet tall, I'll go 30 feet up in the air.
Okay. Let's see, you have a movement speed of 50, I think. So yeah, you can make it 30 more feet up in the air.
Yeah. So I'm 35 feet in the air. Let's see if I get shot down, because I'm sure there's something going on here. And, yeah, that's where I'm chilling at right now. Well, yeah, it's... Neston. I'm pretty sure I didn't know what I wanted to do with him, but just in case, let me see if I can make sure. He... Seeing all these baddies coming around, he's going to cast Spiritual Guardians.
Okay.
And he's going to cast it at... He's got big spell slots, right? He got big boy spell slots? He does. Yeah, he's going to cast it at 4th level.
Alright. And he can... What? He has to use his bonus action to attack with it, right?
No, it's when things come into it, they get hurt.
Okay.
So it makes a ring of 15 feet, I think it is. Let's see. I practically the first time I started to let's see the wisdom saving throw. But how far is it? Yeah, it's 15 feet around him. So it makes a 15-foot circle. So, if you are good or neutral, spectral, fairy, whatever, an affected creature's speed is halved in the area. So when a creature enters the area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. So I don't think it makes the save now, but at the beginning of number 4's turn, they'll have to make a saving throw.
Okay.
Or wait, when a creature enters the area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. So does it take it now? It's kind of a weird wording. Let me read it, make sure I'm reading this right. When the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. I guess it's there on a turn, so it sounds like it goes ahead and does it.
It does not. It's either cast base or turn base. That one is a turn base, so it only affects them on their specific turn.
Oh, I don't. All right, cool.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
What it is?
I'm home, Daddy-O.
Okay. Not much he can do for his bonus action since he already cast a spell, so he will kind of tuck in. Let's take one step over here. There you go. And that'll be it for Neston.
Alright, sounds good. So moving on. Alright. Moving on to... Which one is this?
Number 3.
Number 3. Is this number 3? Oh yeah, it's number 3. Where is number 3? Okay, there it is.
Far left.
So, number 3 is going to... Who would be the likely one that it would attack? It's gonna use all of its movement. It's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. And it's gonna make attack at you, Lucas.
Well, hang on, because it's within 10 feet of Molly.
That's right. Yeah, she can do an attack of opportunity.
Swing and a miss.
All right. Now it's making an attack at you, Lucas. So you see it. You're the one that breached the perimeter first.
Alright.
So you see it look up at you, and it holds its hand straight out in front of it. And as you see its
Hold
fist
on.
detach and just fly straight at you.
Yo, give me
Yep.
1 second. I just heard something like fall, something heavy.
Okay.
Fucking cats. Alright, anyhow, you were saying?
Yeah, I'm wondering where I botched something on this thing's statistics. It's telling me that they do 54 d4 force damage. I'm telling you they don't do 54 d4 force damage. But it's making an attack at you. And by the way, Lucas, you notice something very peculiar as it goes to make this attack. Most enemies, at least with those dragons when you fought them, when they were trying to attack you, you have this image that's side by side with you, and they sort of sway back and forth, wondering who to attack. It points right at you with its fist when it does this, as if not confused in the slightest.
Okay.
It's making an attack. But that's a miss. I rolled a nat 7. I need a good roll. Come on.
You don't.
It's making an attack again.
Gets multi-attack from that distance.
That's a hit, as you take...
Luck point!
Oh, luck point. All right. Well, if I miss with this next one, then you can delete those wounds. Well, that was a nat 1. So go ahead and delete 9 wounds.
I think I will.
Good.
Laura, you are up.
So I am gonna go ahead and as a gentle as a shining head on that one. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. My
I don't
bad.
know why that happened. I will get rid of it.
Hey, what kind of range do these guys have? If I was 35 feet in the air, and it was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet away from me.
You are a total of
Daggers.
45 feet away from this thing right now.
A squared times b squared.
I do a very abridged version of Pythagorean theorem to
Yes.
calculate odd distance like that, but you're 45 feet away from it. You're within range.
So, with looking at the dagger shop that I have in my inventory, it says range 20/60. Is that how many feet?
Yeah, so unless you have sharpshooter, 20 is the range you have without disadvantage, with your maximum range being 60. So if they're less than 20, it's a straight roll. If they're between 25 and 60, then it's a roll at disadvantage, unless you have sharpshooter.
Okay. Which I
We don't.
do.
Yeah, you do have to?
Mm-hmm.
So your range is 60.
Okay. I need more info.
You gonna throw the dagger?
Yeah, I was thinking about throwing the dagger at at 3.
All right, go for it. Yeah, make an attack. That hits. Once again, you guys are rolling phenomenally, and I'm rolling terribly.
Partially absorbed.
As when the dagger strikes the creature, you notice this arcane shield flicker in front of it as the dagger bounces off of it, and the shield cracks a little. Oh, actually, you shatter the shield. The shield is completely broken, but it appeared to have significantly slowed the dagger's momentum.
Temporary hit points. All right, all right.
And then I was going to cast Healing Word as my bonus action.
I don't think anybody's hurt.
Vaughn has
Yeah.
6 wounds.
You can do it if you want to. Yeah.
Would it count towards that?
Yeah, I mean, it would
Yeah.
definitely... I mean, if he has wounds, then it could get rid of those wounds.
Okay.
So, Healing Word, you're just going to cast it at first level, or...
Yeah, just cast it at first level.
A D4 plus... Actually, you don't even need to, because literally the minimum that you can heal is 6. Because it's a D4 plus 5. So, Bon, eliminate your 6 wounds.
All right.
And that will be my turn.
Alright, good stuff. Alright, what's the Mighty Beaver doing?
Bonus action, she's gonna get her rage back on.
Okay. Put herself right there.
Yeah. And then she's going to attack 3 times
Oh, that's right, she's hasted.
with Reckless.
But I need to make you make a concentration check, because I did hit you.
No, you didn't.
Oh, no, you're right. No, I didn't. Okay. I almost did, but not
No, you
quite.
didn't. You just thought you did. Alright. Reckless attacks.
Wow, with advantage. Just hits.
And then take an extra
As she just
4
starts
points
carving into this thing with her glaive.
an extra 4 points of damage too for rage.
Okay.
'Cause she hit twice.
Extra 4 points.
And then she's going to gonna take a step back.
Alright.
Do these things have a reach of 10, or is it just 5?
Let me see what their reach is. You don't know exactly, but it's a large creature.
She takes a step back. Does it have an attack of opportunity?
It's going to take an attack of opportunity.
Has advantage because she did a reckless attack.
Yes. With advantage, that's a miss. With advantage, I got an 8.
Nice.
My
Oh my
rolls
God.
tonight, guys. I mean, lucky
Yes.
you, but
Alright. You're good.
all right. Number 5's turn. So you see number 5, and After this is the one that got shot by Bon. As soon as it, like at the start of its turn, which well, that's not really a game terminology. That's very meta. You notice this creature, this shield, just spontaneously reappear as it just, as it seems to just draw. As you notice, this magical energy from these ley lines shoots and connects to this creature, restoring the shield around it. It is going to move up here and points directly to the west. As you notice this, you start hearing this sound, this bloop, 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 bloop. I need a dexterity saving throw from Flora, Bon, and Neston.
Oh.
Damn, save some dexterity saving throws so everybody else.
About that.
Right?
It's my tick. It makes me lucky.
Boom! Boom! Oh! Power.
Alright, so Bon and Flora, you guys take 15 points of force damage as you just try to duck out of the way, and it glazes you across your chest as you turn your body. However, Neston, help! As it converges directly on him, Neston takes 30 points of force damage.
Goodness.
I'm gonna take 15. 1, 5. Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
Something I've always said, guys. Not every fight's meant to be won. But I've said that before, and you guys have still ended up winning those fights. So.
Oh, I'm a backup character, man.
Alright, Ancient Guardian 6's turn. It is going to... You're 30 feet in the air, aren't you, Lucas?
35. Yep.
35. You're the one that passed the threshold. It's aiming it straight at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okie dokie. Mm, 16. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep that for now.
That's a success. That would be the DC. You take 15 points of force damage as this thing shoots this beam straight at you, and you attempt to duck and dodge out of the way on your broom as it just sort of, it grazes your cloak and leaves a singe across your back. It is number 2's turn. Number 2 is also going to aim at you, Lucas. Dexterity saving throw.
Let's see. Let's use the last luck point for that one. Then. Same thing.
All right, you take 29 points of force damage. And now this one is just gonna run over to Flora. And
Negative. Nope. Take that
oh,
back.
it entered her range. Right.
That's why she backed up. He'll be in the circle though, so as soon as he enters the circle, the Molly also hits him.
Yep. So it enters the circle, and now Molly gets an attack of opportunity.
Well, as soon as it happens...
Has she gained her reaction back?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she had a turn. Yeah.
So I set up like that. Where is... Let me do the thing here first for Spiritual Guardians. So I need him to make a Wisdom saving throw.
That's an 8.
It's a failure, so he takes 4d8 damage. If he's good or neutral, it's radiant. If he's evil, it's necrotic.
It's unaligned, so I guess that's neutral.
So it takes
16 points. As you see this arcane shield just shatter. And then you see some of that divine energy cling to his body. But that missed. It's gonna move over here, and it's coming in with 2 attacks.
Oh, wait, no. She's doing reckless attacks, so she gets to attack with advantage.
Okay,
call
go
it
for it
advantage.
again.
Ooh.
Oh, and that hits.
Yes.
Yeah, roll damage.
Yeah.
Damn, 24.
Wow. Bravo. Do it.
And now it can't move. So it's going to use its... Having just been attacked by Molly, it's going to redirect its attention to Molly. And it's going to attack with its flying fist. Which didn't give me the correct numbers for some reason when I made it. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't roll this right. I'll just fix it. Yeah, it just didn't roll the numbers out right for some reason. Alright, so it's making an attack at Molly. That's a miss. It's doing it again. As it shoots its second fist out at Molly. And that's
Are
a
they
nat 1.
regenerating back their fists, or are their fists like staying gone?
They're returning to their body after they shoot it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a Baymax thing.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, Anand.
Pretty sure this precedes Baymax. Okay. Anon is going to straight up. What's my movement on the carpet?
Your movement is 40 feet.
All right, I'm going up 40 feet on the carpet.
Alright.
Straight up. And then I am going to...
Fireball.
No.
That's a good choice if you go with Fireball, but...
No, I'm going to cast Gravity Sinkhole.
Oh, that's a good one too.
But not just... I'm not casting it at their level. It's 20 foot, so I'm casting it above them. So it's going to pull them up into the air.
Let me just confirm that you can do that. I don't think of any reason why you technically can't.
As it even says in the description, even if the space is in the air.
So you're putting it 20 feet in the air.
Yes, right over them. And it's going to suck them up to the middle. Well, if, you know.
Alright, so they have to make con saves?
Yes, they have to make con saves. They still take damage even if they succeed, so this is a good one.
That is such a good spell.
I haven't got the chance to use it yet. This is my first time.
Why haven't you used it?
I didn't have a good time to use it.
So what's your DC?
It says 15 it has to beat.
Sorry, man. I got...
18, 24, and a 15. No. I have one more. What you call it? I kind of want to use it.
You could make one of them.
One of them reroll. Yes. Okay. I want to make the 24 reroll.
So that would be
That'll-
number 3 that you want
Yes.
to reroll.
And I'll be tapped for the day.
Well,
What
would
do
you
you
look
roll?
at that?
Ah, okay. But they still all are going to take damage.
Roll the damage in the chat. The ones that succeeded will take half, and I'll give full to number 3.
Oh, that's lame. They could have, for 5d10, only 18? That's really bad.
That is bad.
That's really bad.
So number 3 is going to take 18, and 4 and 1 are going to take 9.
And he gets pulled up and into the middle of that. But it doesn't hold him there. It drops him. So he falls 20 feet.
It doesn't hold them there?
It doesn't say anything about holding him. It just pulls because it's not concentration. It's gone after that. So it just and then lets him go.
I'm looking for number 1. Sorry, their name is so long that I can't see it.
It's okay.
Okay, so number 1, you see its shield is almost gone. Number 3, however, takes the full damage. Which one is 3 in here? Because I can't see it. That one's 4, and then that one is... Okay, number 3 takes the full damage. So number 3 takes 18 at 57. And then each of them is going to drop 20 feet.
No, only... Hold on,
no,
let
only
me-
number 3 is going to
Only
drop
the
20
one,
feet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3 drops 20 feet.
So, and he proceeds to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he drops to the ground. And with him having dropped to the ground, number 3 is actually now prone. As he took damage from a fall.
That is a really good spell.
That's like the best way to use it. You should never put that on the ground. Always
You're
put
right,
it in the air.
exactly.
All right, you got anything else?
I'm gonna yell, "Should we run?" And end my turn.
Okay. Number 1, the one that you just took a little bit of damage from the gravity, you see that mostly shattered shield just as it recharges as he pulls this magic in towards himself.
Is he actually using the shield spell?
No.
Oh, okay.
With you having been the one that just did that, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Me? Why?
Yes.
What are they attacking me?
As you hear this blue, 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 blue.
Okay. I am wearing the cloak. Does that matter?
No. What cloak? You mean the displacement?
Yes.
These things seem to be able to lock directly onto you. The cloak did not seem effective with Lucas.
Okay. So, dexterity saving throw, you said?
Yes.
Alright. 15.
That's a failure.
No!
So you take... $34 points of force damage, halved because you are resistant as an awakened
Oh
bull.
yeah, I forgot I am resistant to force damage.
So you take 17 points of force damage.
That's still a lot.
If you'll add that to your wounds.
We may need to go after all.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dudes with some very far-ranged attacks that are pretty heavy.
And this one is going to move over here. It's gonna, you see him point his fists at one at Anand and one at Lucas. It's gonna use its full movement to get closer. 10,
Let's just say curiosity killed the cat on this one.
20, 25, and 30. Yeah, so one attack, one flying fist attack at Lucas, and one at Anand.
Which one is... When it fires at me, I'm going to go and just take care of that.
They're those are
Oh.
to hit attacks, right?
Yes.
I cast shield.
Well, you have to see whether it'll hit you first. So, Lucas, you said you're just going to take care of that?
The one that's coming at me, yeah. So,
What are you going to do?
Aren't I supposed to?
And you're snapping it to what roll?
nat 10,
A nat 10... What's your AC?
16.
They get a +7 to attack, dude.
That's fine. I cast shield.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a nice little 1-2 punch. So, yeah, you block it. So one's coming at you, Anand.
Yep.
That's a 25.
Shield adds what, 5?
It adds 5.
Okay, well, never mind. I'll just die.
I don't know why it didn't roll this stuff right. So it's supposed to. It just didn't. It didn't give me. It gave me way more damage than these guys were supposed to do in the flying fist attack. For some reason, it has it as 54 d4, and that is obviously not the fucking damage. So I'm having to fix it for each one of these guys that does that attack.
We get it, Gavin. You want us to die?
I really don't. I really don't.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Anand, you're gonna have to erase some of this in wounds. So 8 of that was. No, that's not right. I'm gonna figure this out. So in that damage, that is 2d4 plus. Okay, so you took 4 force damage.
Okay, so that's halved.
Yeah, that's halved. So you take 2 away from that and take 4 more away from that. You take 10 damage from that. So give your
Okay.
erase 6 wounds. Your
All
wounds
right.
should be 6 less than they currently show.
All right. There we go.
Guardian 8. It's going to do a similar thing to what the last one did. It's sending 1 at Anand and 1 at Molly. It's going to move right here.
All right, shield is ready.
And I got to fix its attack again.
Wait,
for
what? Not
some-
I casted shield, or was I casting shield based off of if it hit or not?
You can only cast shield on a hit. So
Okay.
it has to hit you. Like, basically, it just makes it where it's impossible to waste it.
Okay. Because when you cast shield, it lasts until your next turn. Yes.
Yes.
So that would be applicable now. So if I cast shield, my AC is technically still 20.
You didn't cast it.
I did
because
not because I.
Yeah.
Okay.
The trigger for it is that it has to hit you for you to
Okay.
be able to cast shield.
Gotcha.
So, all right, sending an attack at you. That's a 19.
Shield.
What does your shield bring you to?
20.
20. That's a miss. As you see this fist flying towards you, as a gut reaction, you wave your staff and this arcane shimmer appears in front of you. As the fist hits it and tries to break through, you have to concentrate your magic to sustain the shield from this creature as it deflects and ricochets, punching the ground underneath you.
Nice. And the fist gets stuck.
Got one going at Molly. Is this with advantage or no?
Yeah, it would be with because she did reckless attacks.
Yeah, okay.
That one that's
So
still
that was
on the ground.
that was
though,
double
right?
threes. So that's a miss. And that's the end of its turn. Top of the round.
On. Bon.
Alright. Let me see what I'm gonna do here. Yeah, let's go for some shots at. This is the closest. Let's go for shots at 4.
I think
Let's
we're
do it.
gonna run.
Let's
Oh, are
run,
we?
my dude.
Also, run, my man.
Oh, okay. So, like, at first,
you
when
can
they
take a
first was my
shot.
turn,
Just make sure
and I
afterward.
told y'all- Oh, okay. All right. So we're just gonna. All right. Yeah, I'm all right with just wasting bullets. This is target practice for me. It don't matter. That's a, oh wait, I can't do that. No, because I already discharged.
You
I
already
Yeah,
had you
that
have to
doesn't
use
count.
your action to reload. But
I used my bonus action to try to fix my gun.
it's your action to fix your gun.
No. My hasted action.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you can do your hasted.
What is it?
It's
Intelligence?
an
No.
intelligence check, add proficiency. So just go into your main screen, roll an intelligence check, and add 3 to it. The checks are on the left side. Saving throws are on the right.
Yeah.
So on the main tab of your character sheet.
Wow.
That doesn't fix it. The DC was...
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
haste you anymore, man.
I know, right? All right, I'll do regular action.
So, something that rogues can do, not saying you have to do it,
Fucking
Um,
hate this shit.
rogues can use their action and their bonus action to dash. They can do both. And, like, move further in a turn than anybody else.
Yeah, because I have yep. Yeah, so I run and then I bonus action.
You
right
can
out
move
there. How
90
many-
feet, so let's count that. You can move 90 feet.
Yeah. Okay. So, 5, 10,
Well, it's
15,
more that
20.
because he's got double movement.
So
Oh, no, you
like-
can move 180 feet.
Yeah.
So this is like where I'm putting Flora as an example of about 90 feet.
So let's just draw some arrows here. Make this real easy.
All right.
So that, if you move over to that spot right there at the top of that, you can put yourself here with 90 feet of movement.
Yeah.
And then
but I have
to-
like a. Yep.
And then to continue moving, you could then go this way.
I feel so bad leaving you behind.
To get you to 60 feet to move right here. So that's 150. And now just move 30 more feet, and that's your total movement.
I mean, I don't think we need to haul ass that far.
Uh,
Probably not gonna chase us once we leave the room.
yeah.
You never know, though. You never know.
True. I'm gonna go right here. Wait, hold up. When I get into these, what are the big sentinels
You
doing?
can just move 60 feet without using your action or your bonus.
True.
So-
yeah.
If you're
What
just
are
trying
these
to move
sentinels doing?
120, then I can show
Yeah.
you what that would
Yeah.
look like.
Yeah, I'll do 120. That's fine. What are these big sentinels doing? Are they just standing still?
Yeah, they're not doing anything yet.
Alright, so I'm just gonna, I'll move
You
there.
can put yourself right there, and that's your total move.
Yeah. Alright, that's it. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Lucas.
A nod still.
How many primals do you guys think it would take to kill these guardians?
I knew I
One.
should have taken the dragon.
I'd say probably
Yeah.
2.
All right. So
If they're
Not
strong,
not a bad guess. 2 or 3, I'd probably say, on average.
a nod is still like 40 feet in the air, right?
yes.
Yes.
Anad has a plan.
Okay. Problem with it is a whole lot of dudes that go before you.
Yeah. I've dealt with worse.
I don't think you have in this campaign.
Anad's talking about he's dealt with worse.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. That could work.
We're gonna finish this round and probably call it, guys. Just for I know there are people who need to go.
What would it take for me to try and like pick up Flora?
To pick her up, she'd have to use some of her own movement on her turn to get on your broom.
Yeah, that's not what I really want though.
I mean, you could use an athletics to grab her if you would like.
No, I've got a better way of doing this that I'm trying to think of.
So at this point, you guys are just trying to get out of this room alive. I'm gathering, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to get out of here dead, so. Power.
No, that probably won't work,
Unlimited.
but maybe. God, with you being 40 feet in the air, dude, I'm trying to make sure that you don't go down.
Oh. Well, I still never bonus action. You want me to just teleport down to you?
Too late for that.
I know. I was like, because I have an idea of what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
I just hate the fact
if
that I
we
go
all-
last.
The thing is if we all leave and you're still there, you're the only target. They're gonna fuck up your world before you get a turn.
Yeah. It's okay.
I've never seen you having a hard time making a decision before.
I have a plan. I just got to figure out how to connect the dots. It's just a matter of how to connect those particular dots. So, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to fuck a duck. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to bonus action, sack another level 2 spell slot, so I can get 4 meta magic points. I'm going to use my action to twin cast haste again on Flora,
On Molly.
Flora and Molly. So Bon, you get a level like
Wait,
you stop
Molly?
your next turn.
Okay, so you're putting it on Flora and Molly.
Yeah,
Molly had hasted already.
I know, but
No.
if she loses it entirely, then she loses a turn. You'll lose your next turn, but you're
Oh.
already out.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to spend
Yeah,
all
gotcha.
50 feet running, going out there, and as I go by, I'm going to say to Flora and Molly, get Flora to a nod. Now's the time for Dimension Door.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea.
Throw me, Molly. Throw me.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You might be able to do that.
That's why I was wanting you. I had to make sure Molly still had her turn.
Hey, it's just a good thing I got out there, because then if I didn't, I would have had a whole turn where I was stuck in there.
That's
And
why I
that
was-
plan would have never worked.
All right. What's Neston doing?
Lucas! Wait up! Lucas!
Lucas, where are you going without me? You couldn't pick me up on your broom? I'm severely wounded.
Let's see here.
And there stood a
Please.
nod. In the depths of despair, taking on everything. Getting
Hey,
I can just picture
fisted
this
by
in
far
slow
away.
motion. Do what?
How far away is Lucas Neston from the door?
It's right next to it.
Oh, I was gonna say he could action dash, bonus action, Misty Step.
He could heal Anand.
Yeah,
He
you'll be able to
could
get
do
out.
that
He
It's
could
fine.
if he had a heal.
You've got
Yeah,
Are
were
healing
you
you
word.
serious?
He's got healing word.
Does he?
Yes, he does.
Oh. I didn't know if I prepared any healing spells or not.
You got
I'm pretty
healing
sure
word.
Flora
Yeah.
has done more healing than our healer.
I'm not a healer.
Cleric does not always equate to healer, and they are not the only class that can fill the role either.
Pelor said
Where's
you
your
have to
medicine
heal the
kit?
wounded.
No, he did not. Pelor
He
says
did.
you have to smite dying of evil. It's intent. He
Okay.
didn't say shit about healing.
So it's a touch spell, so he's going to hit it right as he's going in case there's a check or anything to make this happen. And he's going to run out
touch
the
spell?
door. Yep, and as he does, he's
Healing
gonna,
word isn't a touch spell.
I didn't say healing word. He's using a touch spell. He's going to
Okay.
step out the door, and as he does, he's going to cast guidance on Flora.
Inflict wounds.
Okay. Inflict wounds. Alright, so he's using his whole movement to just get out of the room.
Yeah, and since that's a cantrip, he'll use his bonus action, because fuck this one thing, to cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
There's one of these things that's really damaged. Which one is it?
So as far as the ones that look the most damaged, number 3, which is the one, it's if you see the one I'm moving right here, that's number 3. That is the one that is the most damaged right now.
Yeah, so he'll have his spiritual weapon pop up right here. Yeah, you know, actually right in between the two. There you go. And it's gonna take a swipe.
At number 3?
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, if I may, could you upcast that to level 3 so it does 2d8?
I could upcast it to level 4 if you wanted.
Nah, that's a little excessive. I could use that 4th spell slot to heal myself. No, I'm just joking. 3 would be fine because that's 2d8 plus Divine Strike, which is another d8, and then he has advantage because the creature's prone.
Yes. Wait, does he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's still considered a melee
It's a
attack.
melee touch spell. Yeah, it's a melee attack, so yeah, he has advantage.
Yeah, and then with Divine Strike, once per turn when you make a melee attack, you can do an extra 1d8 since he's 8th level now.
Does it say melee weapon attack or just a melee attack?
It just says when you make an attack.
Alright.
It says with a weapon attack, unfortunately.
It is. Which one are you looking at? Because there's Divine Strike and then there's the new Tasha's Divine Strike.
Tasha's is better.
I'm looking at the one that says Divine Strike Twilight.
Either way, the turn's done, guys.
Alright. And this thing is extremely damaged. As you see, it's just twitching back and forth. It's still up, though. Alright, and on its turn, it was going to attack Neston, but he's no longer in the room. Seeing Molly being the closest one to it, it's going to close the distance and go in for 2 melee attacks at Molly.
Alright. They do have advantage because she went reckless on her last turn.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's a miss, amazingly. Another attack with advantage. Okay, that's a hit. So as it swings forward and just clocks Molly right across the jaw, Molly is going to take 12 points of damage. Going ahead and erase 6 of those wounds. I didn't mean to drab that on her. Alright. Flora. Do you run over to Molly to try to go along with the plan?
Yes.
Alright.
Bonus action, Inspire Molly.
You could hold your action, actually. So, since you're new, I'm telling you this. I don't mind giving you help. You could hold your action and have the action that's held be Dimension Door. The trigger could be the next time you... Basically, when you get to Anand, it activates. You could bonus action Inspire Molly, and then have Molly throw you, and then use your reaction to teleport both of you guys out of there.
Yes.
And you also have the hasted action if you want to do anything with that.
Yes, you do. You could do a weapon attack on number 3. Maybe have a chance to take it down. Maybe stab it with your dagger that you have.
Get mad at me though. It's her.
Number 3 looks incredibly damaged. Like it's barely hanging on.
Oh.
That's up to you.
I have mini hailstorm still out, so I might as well try.
And since it's a shotgun, you don't have disadvantage at close range. So that's one of the special rules for the shotgun. That hits. Roll damage. Hey! As you, this
All right,
thing looks like
guys,
it's about
let's turn
to
it
try
around.
to...
Let's go back. All right, this is the tipping point.
Go back.
As it looks like it's about to try to clock Molly again, you just shoot it with this mini hailstorm as these ice crystals go straight towards its head, as you see this thing's head completely just disappear, and it tilts over on the ground, just.
My other thought was on something like this, because I know we're all trying to get the fuck out, was to use Matchbox Senior in combination with Heat Metal, but I didn't know what they were made of.
They are definitely metal, but that would take your action, and then you'd have to wait until next turn to be able to teleport out.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna hold off on doing Matchbox Senior, Fire Flume,
Okay.
and I'm...
It's literally just the three of you guys still in that room, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Could I... Is Bardic Inspiration a bonus action?
It is.
I was gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Molly. So when she yeets me at a non and I activate my door...
She eats me.
She gets to add a D8 to it. And then are you gonna hold your dimension door, or are you gonna use heat metal?
I'm gonna hold for Dimension Door.
Okay. So, Molly, you now have a D8 as Flora just breaks into song in this incredibly stressful and death-defying moment. Or Flora breaks into song in this incredibly stressful and death-defying moment.
We
you
can
feel-
drive.
Oh, stop!
I don't want to die!
Stop!
Only
Please!
35.
We can drive. I will
Have you guys
testify.
seen that clip with the bard on Epic NPC Man?
Yeah.
I don't want to die. I'm only 35. All right, is that the end of your turn?
It is.
Molly, you're up.
Okie dokie. So,
Eat.
Molly, seeing her take her nice hasted running start, is just going to turn her into a flying torpedo to a nod.
Give me an athletics check. Do you have advantage on those being a barbarian?
Yep, because she's
All right.
raging.
An athletics check, and you have that D8 in your back pocket.
Yes. Yay! Someone's coming to help.
You want to use the D8 just for good measure?
That's a good measure. Make it 26.
26. That's enough. And as you get this nice running start and you jump, you feel as you land on Molly's hands, your legs almost buckle out from underneath you with the force of this lift. As you just get launched into the air, you feel like your stomach sink to the bottom of your gut as you launch through the air, the skin on your face flapping backwards at the velocity as you barrel into Anand.
And I activate Dimension Door, get us the fuck out. Gonna, like, appear next, the bridge next to where...
Is that gonna work?
Lucas-
Do I take damage from her? Isn't she a projectile?
We're getting to that.
Good, help us! Come on!
As you just she shoulders the shit out of you as she just lands straight into you. Luckily, you feel your hand grasp your carpet as you see your vision fade before you and reappear elsewhere. As you come out of this dimension door, barrel rolling across the ground, both you and Flora are going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you do not land well coming out of this. Scraping across the ground, rolling head over feet until you just crash into a wall.
So
Wow.
we'd be like over here-ish?
Yeah.
Well, you can cast Dimension Door. You can go anywhere within 500 feet.
Mhm.
So y'all can be gone. Just depending on where
Why
you
didn't
go.
you just take us 500 feet straight up? We could have been back outside.
Or that.
And then free falling through the sky.
I'm on a carpet.
True. All right, and does Molly just use her movement to exit the room?
Well, this dude just crashed to the ground, right?
Yes.
Is there anything that like looks interesting she could like literally grab and run? She's got a hasted action.
So you see underneath the neck where that flora just blew off. It appears to be going all the way through its torso, and you see a little spike, glowing blue spike protruding from the neck of this automaton.
Yeah,
She's gonna yank that out.
Yank that bitch out. She's there.
Give me an athletics check.
You know, actually, I have a scroll of Dimension Door. I was gonna use it to get myself out after y'all were gone.
It's okay. This is so much better.
Dude, there's like
Thank you.
5 dudes that were gonna go before you. You would not have
The
gotten the
DC
chance to get it out.
I was about
The
to get
DC was
bukakied out of
12.
this world.
The DC was 12. So, yes, you yank this blue crystal out of this thing's torso. And I guess just fucking bolt
Yeah, well, she's got a movement speed of
80.
Well, no. She's got movement. Well, I can bonus action activate her boots and roll too, so for 160.
60.
But I think she'll be fine with just the 80. Yeah,
You get an attack of opportunity as you're running away.
The
that one's
only
dead.
one that could have is down.
Yeah, so she'll go right here. 50, just to make sure that Neston doesn't go down. But we're all out of the room.
And you all see through the doorway, as soon as none of you are in this room anymore, they just very slowly and methodically just walk back to where they started, and their eyes deactivate and they go back to being motionless.
Oh, so that's the strategy. You just pop in, cast a fireball, then step out. Then step back in and do a fireball and step out.
So I know we're out, but I wanted to let y'all know what I was about to do because I wasn't thinking we were going to do all this teleportation. I was going to drop wall of sand as just like a barrier between us because it blinds them. So if they couldn't see you, I assume they would deactivate, and then we could just run out.
Oh, it could have worked. I saw how
What if
many.
they have
No.
blind sight?
Huh?
And they also have true
What if
sight.
they have blind sight?
Well,
Or true sight, yeah.
it's still they can't walk through it. Like it's not just walkable. You have to traverse it and make a check to get through it. So
What were you gonna cast?
wall of sand.
Oh, okay.
I had a few options I was rolling through.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good one.
I figured you had some aces up your sleeve, but I just saw you had.
I would have
4
died before I
dudes-
got to use them.
4
Yeah.
dudes before your turn,
Locked and
and you were
loaded,
the
just
only one in the room, so there's no other targets.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
if we don't
No,
get you
yeah.
out before the end of Molly's turn, you're going down, and we'd either
That
have to go
was
back
the
in and
best
try
way.
and get you, but anybody that go back in was just gonna get fucked.
No. Yeah.
I told you guys this. Sometimes I will give you guys a fight that you can't handle.
Hey, is that spiritual weapon still just like floating around in there, just like hitting on those things?
Probably.
Who knows?
Just
We're
out of
not in there
spite.
anymore. We got out. That's what matters.
So-
Cool.
On our way out, I do want to just try something out because I know we're probably done here because we've explored all we can explore. If I stick my ivory wand in the fire water, does anything happen with it?
Well, it's the fiery ley line.
Yeah, but yeah.
The ley line is sort of nothing really. You can get the ivory wand. It absorbs raw magic, but you
Sure.
don't really influence what it is per se, at least as far as you know. You can try.
Well, that's what I was trying.
Go for it. You know what? I'm intrigued.
Well, all right. As long as everybody's here, I'm not just like going off on my own. But I don't think there's anything else that anybody
I'm
wants to
intrigued.
explore.
So let's try this.
All right. What am I doing to try this?
I assumed you're just placing it on the ley line.
Well, yeah, the same way I did with the white one. I'm kind of like just trying it with the red one.
Let me see. Oh, you're talking about like where... God, I wish I could move this screen faster. Where the red ley line touches the water, is what you're saying.
Yeah, the same thing I did with the white one, basically.
Yeah. We'll say you do this for a moment, and it seems to have absorbed some of the mana. Basically, I gave you this as like a customizable wand.
Sure.
That I'm gonna make it a homebrew item in the end whenever it's done that reflects the nature of the ley lines that you have absorbed, pretty much.
Okay.
That's why it was white, why it's a blank slate. So, yeah. You see it flash red, and it seems to have absorbed some of this fire. And what comes of that, we will get to next session.
This meteor swarm.
At the very
Dude,
least.
how'd
can
you
I-
know? So far it's absorbed light and fire mana.
Can I at the very least cast Mass Cure Burnt Wounds on everybody?
You absolutely
Let's get to that
can.
next session. There's some people that need to get going. Well, we can do it, but for those of you who need to get going, feel free to leave.
I'm just gonna shower. I gotta be in Alpharetta at 11 a.m. Other than that, I'm good.
Okay. So, yeah, let's go and knock out the Mass Cure Wounds then.
Who sent me this?
That's on your wand, I do believe. Yes, that is... Or your staff, I mean. Your staff of healing.
My stave.
Cure Wounds, that works on how many targets? Up to 6 creatures. So, 6 creatures can recover from 25 wounds. Who are the 6 creatures that you would like to recover 25 wounds? Oh, actually, that's everybody. That's everybody, because there's only 6 of you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody
Alright.
but Nick.
44
No, I think
plus
that it's
25.
literally everybody. Oh, it's a... Well, no, that's...
Vaughn.
There's
Vaughn's
only
all the
6
way
of you
up.
guys. Yeah, but I would assume at this point you guys could have reconvened and met up with each other and gotten to a central point.
Fair. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
well, actually, let's just put Neston down to 0. Oh, God, I got mixed up on my character things.
Oh, you said we can recover up to how many?
20. I've already eliminated 25 of your wounds.
You did. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm still a little woundy, but I'm better than I was previously.
How many wounds did Molly have? Just 6?
Yeah. The tank
Jeez,
took
she's
the lead.
tanky.
But she
I
only
think I
took
just
one
had
hit.
12.
Like, they kept missing her, and then you just kept getting really pissed off at me. You can throw some more fists,
I have
Lucas,
it
and...
in my notes that the person who approached first would be their primary target in the
You know,
first
I had a
round.
feeling that was going to happen. I just did not realize this was going to be that kind of fight. I was like, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good. I got full health, cloak of displacement. I can even fly. Yeah, yeah.
My
I
thing
wasn't
was,
expected to get targeted.
You were up there with them too, man. You
No.
were close to where they did not want you to be.
Hey, on the bright
Who
side,
pissed in their Kool-Aid?
we should just tell them that, like, they tell the dude that, like, no, this place is sealed off. It's too dangerous. And then when we want to come back and we're more prepared, I got
Yes.
the room.
Honestly,
I got the teleportation circle key to be able to get back here when we learn how to
I
use
feel
that.
like if Lucas had more spell slots, it would have been a lot better of a fight.
Maybe.
Because weren't you really low? Really
Maybe
low
this
on
is something
spell
you guys
slots?
can circle back to. This can be a before and after comparison. Come back when you're a higher level, then wipe the floor with these guys and see what's through the portal.
Yeah, I have 3 spell slots left, no luck points, and 3 charges on my wand.
Nice.
Yeah,
I got
Just
I
a
in
knew
case
you were low.
You guys come back to this fight at a later time. I'm going to change the encounter to include 7 guardians instead of 8.
Yeah.
Because one of them got destroyed.
I'm going to. I was also planning on picking up teleportation circle, so that's why I wanted the sequence as well.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Woot woot.
So do we level up now?
Yeah. Level
Can't make me
9.
laugh whenever I'm hitting the douche flute. No,
The
you're
douche
still just
flute.
level 8.
Oh, and I used the.
All right.
No, I think I have 1 meta magic point left. I think. God, I got mixed up there.
Did an
'cause I was-
inspection today. Trying to send the
Nice.
photos. I almost sent all of my memes.
Oh shit! I should have more. I forgot. I should have.
They would have
8.
just gotten a bunch of Dio stuff. Like,
No, they were gonna get a whole lot of No Nut November memes.
I totally forgot. I should have had 8 magic points going in there because I got leveled up, so I should have got 1 more point. So
Oh yeah, yes, you should have.
I was sitting there short of magic point. We got to redo
You
the whole
know,
thing
I
now.
feel like if you would have just remembered that at the beginning, you might have won that fight.
I mean, it could
you
have made
know?
all the difference. Dude, being
It
able
has.
to sack spell slots for more meta magic points is like the best thing ever.
Yes, I do it frequently.
What level would you say we are going to be able to beat those guys at?
To be honest,
That's
if we
up to
get
you guys to
one
decide.
more level and having 5th level spell slots, or even for me, if I'd had a 4th, because if we'd have had that, I mean, you get some really good crowd control
Well,
spells. at a
actually,
point, like
truthfully, I believe if we would have known to prepare for this, we could have done this now. It just would have been a struggle.
yeah.
But I think I
Honestly,
I didn't get
if
to
we
use
didn't have to-
anything. I used 1 spell. All of my spells, I
Yeah.
still have them. All of my wands are still completely full. Like I have plenty of magic. I just didn't get to do anything.
If you guys decide to revisit this later, you will have a reference point for what it's going to take for you guys to make it through
Well,
this.
you know, honestly, let me put it this way:
I
like, if
feel
we'd
like
have gone in before we just like stepped on the bridge and activated all of them, like we could have literally surrounded one of these things and then all basically gotten a sneak attack
Bang, bang.
and just
Fight
attacked
back.
one of them. And I'm sure it would have activated the rest of them when we attacked one, but like we would have already gotten 7 attacks in on one. So I mean, that would be a good head start.
And I feel like if I had my grit points, if we had all those, we had if we were fully restored, I feel like we could have totally defeated them. It would have been a struggle, but we could have won.
We're just gonna set up camp outside this thing. Come right back in the morning. Come back
Really
fresh.
Go in and fireball it up.
You just
I was, dude.
rearrange
I was
them
so
all before they're
ready. I'll be
activated
honest,
into
man.
one spot.
I had the bloodlust in my
Yeah,
eyes because
yeah.
I was so ready on the way out. I was just gonna quick and spell fireball at the highest fucking level I could, and then like action dash out. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna at least wreck one of these things. And I was like, oh shit, no, now it's gonna straight up die if I don't do something about that. Like,
Thank you.
No, I feel like if we all like gathered at this one point at the doorway, and if we get them all together, we could have like hit them with a bunch
I'll
of
tell you
spells.
one thing though. Anybody who's proficient in history, give me a history check
I think
before I
I
straight metagame this.
and aren't I?
I know Neston is.
I'm
I
half
am.
proficient in it, so yeah.
And Anand, you are.
I am. I sure am. How's a 25?
Oh my goodness.
So the DC on this one was actually 18. I made it kind of high because it's a big bit of information to give you. But when it comes to ancient automatons like this isn't the first time people have ran into things like this. They're intelligent and they adapt. So once they perceive you no longer as a threat, then they stopped attacking you. But you imagine if you just hung out by the doorway thinking they're not going to activate and follow you and throw spells, they're going to adapt and learn that they need to leave the room and attack you. And then that's what they're going to do.
Good.
So we got to get them
traps.
before they can learn. Yes. Just like my cloud amiibo.
I'm just gonna say it's pretty easy. Like, they're made of metal, right? You just pop in, you throw out some heat metal spells, and then you just like walk out and go chill. And they just
I
get
also have
whittled
heat
down.
metal.
Well, that's what he's saying is that like next time we come back, it's not going to be as easy as just running away. They're going to chase us
No,
down.
but that's what I'm saying. Even if they do, I pop my head in, heat metal to a couple things, and then like, let's go just chill outside. They come after us, well, we just keep running, and they're just melting away as they come after us.
Yes.
Okay.
Cast fireball in the entire room, then we'll all cast that have heat metal, cast heat metal. and
Oh no,
But
I got one better.
I feel like if they get it, wait. But I feel like if
You
we
got
get to the
sickening
point
radiance.
of the next,
If we block
room.
that door, if you just go in there and fill it with radiant, because I mean they're trapped in the room, they'll just.
I do have
Sick-
sickening radiance, and it's
sickening
huge.
Oh,
It
I
is
know.
huge.
I've cleared rooms with that before on a couple of occasions.
How big is sickening radiance?
What's
Just out of
it when
curiosity.
we were in the
40?
plane of?
60.
Didn't you use
It's
that in the plane of fire? Didn't you use that, or was that something else?
No, I used that because there was the big fire dragon thing in the lava, so we didn't even have to fight it. I literally just threw sickening radiance, and it couldn't get out of it because the pool of lava it was living in was within the radius of it. So we just threw that in there and like, we're just gonna go chill over here for a few minutes as it just melts and becomes
How
nuclear
did Gavin
waste.
feel about that one?
You guys know that sickening radiance is literally meant to be radiation.
Yeah.
You know that?
It makes
Yeah.
them glow.
Yeah.
I could have swore
It's
you did
radiation, is what it is.
that. I could have swore you did that in the plane of fire. There was like fire giants. Yeah, and you just like threw it at the fire giants and killed the entire, basically destroyed the entire room.
Yeah, no, dude. Sickening Radiance, when you've got a room that your allies aren't in, and you can just throw it in there with enemies that are trapped, like, you can just drop that spell and walk away, because it lasts for 10 minutes, and they have to make a saving throw
and
every
you know what I
6
think?
seconds.
You know what I thought?
I have a
You know what I
question
just
for
thought
you
of?
guys. Are you guys actually
What?
thinking you're going to revisit this sooner rather than later? Or are you thinking you're going to level up a few times and come back here?
Say sooner.
I'm curious of what that deal is, especially now that I know my wand can absorb some of that stuff. Like, I don't know, man. Because
What
here's
if
the
you
problem.
put it in the portal, bro? Like, what if you put it? Maybe that's the final. Like, you just put it in the center of all this ley line.
That's some in-game level shit right there, guys.
Yeah.
We're just gonna skip
Yes.
levels.
Just put it all in there.
That's gonna get my legendary drop at level 8. Let's go.
Yes.
Because we're sending you in to wipe the entire room with your wand.
I'm gonna put the wand in there. It's gonna charge up, and then I'll pick it up, and it says level requirement 18. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, man? This is.
I
Good
guess.
shit. Even though we, got trounced on that one, that was still a good one.
That was good. I enjoyed that one very much.
Mhm. I definitely think at a higher level, or like maybe even the next level, like level 9, we definitely go back in there.
Yeah, I mean, if you had 5th level spells, dude. Yeah, because you have so much crowd control spells at 5th level. You get some pretty cool ones. Like,
Guess who got the staff of the Forgotten One this week in their other campaign?
Oh, my goodness.
Let me look at what that
And I'm
Y'all
only
wanna
level
make
8 in my other campaign.
Yep. Y'all want to make a note, or do y'all want to like note to come back here, or what do y'all want to?
Oh, so you did 2 more
Because I really
annihilation.
do.
All right.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was like, I really do want to come back here, and I honestly want to try to destroy the big bad 4 in the other room too.
Those things are probably way stronger than these things.
Yeah.
Well, that's the question. Like, what does it take to activate those then? Because there's a big
Well,
portal thing that they're
obviously,
guarding.
touching them.
Yeah. Well, when you were like trying to carve out parts, that's one thing. But like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe there's
Like
something
it-
I found.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, night.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and kill the
Night.
recording here too. So.
All right.